night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, week, your month, even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause I'm there for you.
The whole system is designed to disconnect you from your intuition. Why? Disconnected people are easy to manipulate. Everything from sunscreen to politics to the food industry. It's all designed to disconnect and manipulate you. We are in the middle of a war right now, but it's not a traditional war. It's a war on consciousness. It's a war on freedom. This is the time to listen, not to the news. No, your intuition, your gut, your heart. Love is the greatest weapon against darkness. How do you love more? You begin by loving yourself. How do you love yourself? You listen to the messages your body is telling you.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero.
Slaves used to work all day, every day, with no pay. But they got free food, water, and shelter. Today, we work all day, nearly every day, and we get paid. But the money we make, we spend on food, water, and shelter. We're still slaves. The only thing that has changed is the illusion of freedom.
I just know we found something so wild of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground when you say you left.
I'm scared, Dad.
Do you trust me, son?
Yes.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
I am struggling extremely with mental health issues, and I am trying to do that whilst being FTFE. And unfortunately, talking to flat earthers is quite painful.
All right, thank you, Craig.
Law. Nowhere in nature or in a controlled environment can we ever produce a volume outside of containment.
What's that?
Has gas been seen or
What's that, brother?
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
Now let me see you rock. Drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor then. Now lean then.
Esta es una historia triste la que le voy a contar. Una historia triste la que le voy a contar. No tiene doble sentido, no vaya.
Chicken, banana, chicken, banana, chicken, banana, banana, banana.
I remember when I lost my mind.
All right. Oh, look, I'm little. Oh, there I am. I'm back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. We're out on 3 different channels here tonight. So welcome, everybody. I got some people backstage. I'm going to bring them up in just a minute, one at a time, I think. And crazy. I got home from work just in time to catch that fucking Pam Bondi bullshit in front of the oversight committee or whatever. That broad is a complete fucking capital B bitch. You can really see it. You can really see it. But I am joined by True Few. How you doing tonight, True Few?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, Miner and Frog here split 3 ways, man.
That's good.
Had a couple of Mama Lisa's special chocolate chip cookies earlier, and they're kicking in real good now. So hey,
I'm trying to catch up with you.
All right, hey, I'll slow down. And then we've got Janusz Kowalski, our friend from Poland, who I think now lives in Ireland. He said
that's correct. How are you? How's going?
Real good.
Bro. How you doing?
Perfectly on point. All good. All good.
We've got. Did you watch any of the? Hang on, let me bring up Aaron here. Aaron. We have zombies. Zombies. Aaron.
It's not a Bondi. It's a Blondie.
Blondie. Yeah. What's up, buddy? What in the fuck is that thing on your head, dude?
Flashlight. Because I'm going in and out of the darkness. It's dark here, so.
Oh,
looks like a third eye.
Doing stuff and coming inside, and yeah.
Looks
Headlights
like
are good because you don't need to use your hands. You got your hands free while you shine your light.
Yeah, I didn't know it was one of those. I've got one that fits like just on your forehead, and then I got another one that's really cool.
I like collecting them. I got different kinds. Yeah.
I got one that clips onto the bill of your hat.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool too. Yeah, so
I had a beanie with one inside the beanie too, which is weird.
That's why I'm grateful I was today. Part of what I had to do today was down in the basement, the support columns that go up. I had to put Tapcons in the bases of them into the concrete.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of dark down there, so it's like I'm so glad that the power tools have lights on them. As soon as you hit the trigger, the light comes on. So
those cool like the Milwaukees and different things. I buy like the cheap tools like Ryobi.
Yeah, I love Ryobi. I love them. It works. I've got a whole tub full of their stuff, man. All cordless shit, and I got started with them, and so I had those batteries, and I've compared them, and they're just as good.
Yeah, they're all the same.
There's like one feature, like on the multi-tool. You know what I'm talking about? The oscillating saw.
Yeah, I've never had the oscillation one. That's my next tool. That's the only one I don't have.
Well,
I got like
the
everything.
thing I don't like, the one thing I don't like about it is the fact that you got to take an Allen key and unscrew the chuck, blade out, and on the DeWalt.
Yeah, I know. Like,
on the DeWalt,
you just like spin a thing and it pops it out. But on old school ones, you got to use the Allen key.
No, this is on a multi-tool. So this one, you just squeeze the lever up by the blade, and it just opens up. It opens up the fork.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, a lot of times you'll be doing some shit, and you go, "Oh crap! Here's a little piece of shoe mold. I don't want to have to, overcut." So you put a little tiny blade in it. You know. So did you guys see the Pam Bondi spectacle today?
I didn't get to see
I
it.
guess I missed it.
Yeah, I did see it.
I didn't know it was even on. I just came home and I saw that it was live, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's today! Fuck!" So I started watching it, and I was like, "Oh my god, man! Listen to this broad, man! I couldn't believe it, man. She was like doing everything she could possible to not answer any fucking questions."
Yeah, they answer question with
questions,
questions, but that's kind of common though. Unless you don't have the answers or whatever, but nobody wants answers. It's all about repeating lies and stuff nowadays. We're not taught critical thinking. We're taught how to repeat what CNN tells us.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's what you were trained for, was to regurgitate information from an authoritative source.
Yeah. The point is to follow the rabbit, but never catch him.
Well, I thought this was pretty good. Look, the American people, most people are starting to finally fucking realize that this isn't a Democrat Republican thing. You know, these people will say, "Well, what about Barack Obama?" And I'm like, "Yep, he's at $65,000 worth of fucking hot dogs. That's a lot, man."
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about too.
For how long we are saying that? So 30, 40 years? People finally catching up about the left versus right.
Oh god,
there's
no
difference.
It's a uniparty.
Well, that's the thing. The right and the left is the right arm, left arm, and it's the head. So there's a head that controls both parties. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. People say, "Well, why didn't Biden release it?" Well, why didn't Trump release it before him? You had it.
Yep.
I'll tell you what it is. This it's not even exposing. This is like Karma Law bragging. They're bragging. They're rubbing it in your face. They're taking the poo and smearing and going, "What are you gonna do about it?" And it's like, yeah, there you go. You ain't doing nothing, are you?
Can you stop moving your camera around, man? You're making me dizzy as shit.
Yeah, I could turn it off.
And Jeffrey was smuggled out during Trump's presidency as well.
Dude, I saw that. I said that. I said that when it happened. I said they whisked his ass out of there. That wasn't him that they brought out. And
when they were pushing the "he didn't kill himself" thing so hard, it was obvious. Like they just snuck him out of there.
Well, most people.
Yeah, I think he's still alive.
Someone else killed him. You see, there was just like with Charlie Kirk, they were going by the premise that he was actually killed. You see, just like, and you know what's happening with the Charlie Kirk story, right? What's happening? I'm seeing people coming out. I'm seeing a lot more channels that are saying, "Oh, you know what? That motherfucker never even really got shot." And I'm like, that's what I've been saying from the beginning, man.
Yeah.
Just like Trump in his ear. But anyway, here's a summary as I eat this last Cheeto and smoke a bowl that that kind of summarizes her whole thing today. Oh yeah, that's right. I changed that. There we go.
To the survivors in the room, if you are willing, please stand. And if you are willing, please raise your hands if you have still not been able to meet with this Department of Justice. Please know for the record that every single survivor has raised their hand. The Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does the Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan.
Have you apologized to President Trump? Have you apologized to President Trump? All of you, you all should be apologizing. You sit here and you attack the president, and I am not going to have it. I'm not going to put up with it.
Questions for you. Who's responsible? Are you able to track who in your organization made this massive failure and released the victims' names? Are you able to track who it was that obscured Les Wexner's name as a co-conspirator in an FBI document?
You asked me a question. Within 40 minutes, Wexner's name was added back.
Within 40 minutes of me catching you red-handed.
There was one redaction out
Where
of
he's
over
listed as a
4,700,
co-conspirator.
and we invited
You know what?
you
Switch to the
in.
video.
This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. He needs to. You're a failed politician. Hypocrite.
The gentleman's time has expired.
And she's so pretty too.
Chairman, could she answer the question?
Chairman, I was
She's
wondering
not some freakazoid.
in various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files
I claim my time.
be
I got your
released.
answer. You said there's no
President
evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman, please
that
stop the clock.
he
Please stop
signed
the clock.
the legislation. This is
belongs
to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center, because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop a limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately.
God damn.
How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted? How many perpetrators are you even investigating?
First, you showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer the
theatrics are
question the way I
ridiculous.
asked it.
Chairman Jordan, I'm not going to get in the gutter with these people, but I'm going to answer the question.
How many have you indicted?
Again, the time belongs
Reclaiming my time.
The time
Well,
belongs.
I think it's very
Reclaiming
interesting.
my time.
I think it's very
Reclaiming my
interesting.
time.
And you can
When
reclaim
he
your
talks
time.
about they
Reclaiming my time,
indicted,
Mr.
the
Chairman.
president said they
Stop the
indicted
clock.
him
Mr.
twice.
Chairman, please
They
stop the
sure
clock
did.
and
And
stop
I
the
can
clock and
answer,
Reclaiming
Chairman,
my time.
because it's honest.
Reclaiming-
So he asked a
Reclaiming my
4-minute question.
Restore 45
and
seconds,
I am
Mr.
going
Nadler, please,
to
Mr. Chairman.
answer.
You can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch.
Reclaiming-
Not on our time. No way. And
Reclaiming-
I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, oh, I
anything,
did tell you because we
washed
saw
up
what you did in the Senate.
Lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Committee will be in order.
Time, and I should get back at least 45 seconds.
We will give you a few more seconds. I
Not a
said that
few more,
already.
45 seconds.
Okay, I'm timing right now, Mr. Nadler. Go
All
ahead.
right.
Reclaiming my time. The answer to my question, how many of Epstein's co-conspirators has she indicted, is 0.
Look, I don't support him at all, but
No.
if proper question is asked, it has to be answered. And she did everything not to answer.
Yep, she did. Well, here's Pam Bondi critiquing herself after her hearing today.
Okay, Pam, you did real good. Yeah, I did so much yelling. Oh, I hope I sounded so shrill with my "let me finish" and my "don't you ever accuse me of a crime." And I got in like 8 Trump derangement syndromes. It's not even a fucking thing, but he's gonna be so proud of me. And I didn't even have to answer any questions about the files. I just looked down, looking so demure and nonchalant. Oh, I hope I looked pretty for him. I hope he thinks I'm his pretty girl. Oh, God, but then I had to bring up the stock market. What the fuck was I thinking? The Dow Jones is at 50,000. What do you mean, what does it matter? I don't know why it fucking matters. It doesn't fucking matter. That's not my job. Oh, God, and then they found out about your burn book, you stupid bitch. Oh, they don't know how hard I worked on that to come up with those burns. They were sick burns, but I even cut out pictures from magazines and everything for that. Oh, God, I lied so much. I'm gonna be so fucked.
That's about how she did too.
Yep.
That was about
Close enough.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I came across recently. Someone made the calculation, and people are very into the Super Bowl 60, and it's exactly 77 years, 7 months, 7 weeks, 7 days after Israel declared its independence.
Oh,
that was
wow.
interesting.
Did you see in Iran they were burning an effigy of Moloch or Baal,
No,
rather.
I didn't see it.
Baal,
It's
or
one
Baal
the same.
and
Moloch and Baal the same. Yeah.
Anyway, they had the bull,
Is that good or bad though?
They were burning that thing and the Israeli flags along with it.
Good point, because that's exactly what they believe in.
I saw like part of that, but I didn't want to watch it. I'm like, nah, it's a bunch of propaganda, so I don't care. But I saw them talking about it.
Here's Pam Bondi when she was the Attorney General in Florida. Listen to how her tune was then.
Florida ranks 3rd nationally in calls for help for human trafficking, where young women and children are enslaved and abused. I knew we needed all hands on deck. Businesses and hospitals to spot it, our great law enforcement to stop it, and tougher penalties to punish it. We're taking on Medicaid fraud, pill mills, gangs, and more, and I'll fight to put human trafficking monsters where they belong, behind bars.
Pam Bondi, our Attorney General.
She flipped like a freaking toast with the jump.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Straight away.
Yeah, that was funny because he says, Massey, he goes, yeah, you unredacted it like 40 minutes after I caught you red-handed redacting it, why you have to be called out on this shit to do anything? That's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Where is he?
All freaking paid actors. Very well paid actors.
It just told me that Chad popped in and now he's not there. Grr.
Everybody seems like they have some agenda, even if it ain't even political or anything. Like, there's always some scam or something behind.
This is beyond that. This is beyond just your run-of-the-mill corruption. This shit is well beyond that. The reality of this shit is that your world is run by a satanic cult of elite pedophile vampire cannibals, man. This is the reality of it.
I agree 100%.
That's not just, we're talking about the amount of adrenochrome that they've harvested. Can you imagine coming in 40-gallon drums?
There's a secret to the adrenochrome is once you turn 18, your body don't produce it. So that's part of why they use.
No, it produces always, but the purest is in the children. You always have it, even when you're old.
No, once you turn 18, you stop making it. And that's why they're more.
That's not true.
It just knows when you're 18 to stop producing it.
Oh, that was the 18th birthday cake. I can taste it.
What it is they put chemicals in your food and stuff, and it makes it do that.
No, but look, you have always adrenaline. If you're under stress, you have always adrenaline. It's simply oxidation of adrenaline. So it never stops.
That's what they say it is, but it ain't.
Is
That's a
somebody changing?
simplified version, which that's why even like an epinephrine pen costs a lot of money. It's not. If everybody made it, it wouldn't be that expensive.
What?
They made what?
Everybody makes insulin. Why do diabetics have to buy it?
Yeah, well, that's expensive too. That's about half the price. I know.
Now here's an interesting thing that's taken from the pancreas of a pig. What's that do for your Muslims and Jews that become diabetic? Uh-oh. Got pig stuff in me.
Yeah, it's for Jews, it's kosher. For food, for Muslims, halal. And it's all related to the old god, halal. It's Allah, if you change the letters. And the kosher, I can't remember which one of the old gods. It's all from the Satan.
Yep. And like I've been saying for years now that this isn't a left-right thing, man. This is a good versus evil thing. Okay, that's all. And evil doesn't have a political party. Okay, I'm sorry, it just doesn't.
Oh, it has both of them.
It also doesn't have to always be satanic. Like evil is evil, and sometimes they'll add Satan, and sometimes they don't. Like sometimes it's just evil. So I agree with you that it's good versus evil. And
where does evil come from?
It don't have to be Satan either. Some of the evil will worship Satan. Well, you can tell,
Wait. Do you even understand what
also
Satan...
light and dark? Like there's a light and a dark. It's a duality.
My interpretation is God created good and evil for a purpose. I don't know the purpose.
Well, I even learned another secret.
God
Here, I'll tell you.
Not create evil.
When good and bad fight, there's a thing formed in between them, and it's this. There's this thing happens, and there's like a force when they do that. So that's, I don't know, the universe does it. I don't know. That's what I try to figure out. Is I don't know how to describe it, but
I can easily just tell you what's evil. So what is dark? What is night? It's lack of light. What is cold? It's lack of warm.
Yep.
What is evil? Lack of good. As simple as that.
Yep. Real simple.
So Lucifer is good, the bearer of light.
No.
That's what you just said.
Sorry, but you mistake. You mistake Christ,
okay.
and you
All
mistake Satan, Lucifer, because Lucifer is light bringer. Christ is light bearer. Lucifer brings false light. Christ is a pure light. Is the truth. Is the difference. Bearer and bringer.
Yeah.
I call it the blight, like a dark light, but so there's a difference. It's dark light.
Dark light.
Not the same.
It's like an oxymoron.
I know, but
dehydrated water.
Yeah.
It's dim light.
Yeah.
I have
dim
some.
light.
It's like a black hole. You talking about a black hole?
Oh, black hole. I thought it was a black hole.
Lucifer can deceive because the Bible says he appears as an angel of light.
All holes matter.
Mm-hmm. So that's the thing on it, man. Anyway.
Les Wexner's name from this document, but his name already appears in the file thousands of other times, and he says the Justice Department is hiding nothing. Is that the retired CEO that you're referencing?
It is. He unredacted it after I found it.
Only unredacted after he found it, and there's something important about that.
And that is that man had donated over $4 million to Republicans and the GOP. Yep, there it is. All right there. What I suspect is more and more and more names are going to be redacted by force, and more and more and more of those names are going to be big donors. Yeah, because almost everything this president does is for his billionaire friends and donors, including the bridge from Ontario to Michigan. Yeah. Thanks.
The Gordie Howe Bridge. They just opened that a couple of months ago, I think.
So I posted for you a video from the Mind Unveiled. It's related to the Epstein AI baby farm.
I just watched that. I just watched that today. Yep,
yeah, it's
I just
very
watched
good.
it today. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Is this the one? Okay, no, that's the one. Oh, yeah, here we go. This guy, something funny about this guy when he does this Trump thing and he blubbers his cheeks. It's funny as shit. I don't know. It just cracks me the hell up. This is pretty good. How you doing, Chad? I don't know if I said anything to you
Good.
yet.
I was a little bit late. The chef didn't show up, so
I
do it for myself again.
God,
I hate when that happens.
See, what's this world? It's the final days. That's there right there. It's more evidence of it.
Chieftain Chad. Hello.
It says somewhere in there about dinner not being ready. I'm sure it's in Revelation somewhere in there.
Yeah.
They had all kinds of other shit happening. So
But
be careful.
they're fired. I took care of them. Don't worry about
That's
it.
it.
So
Promote the dishwasher.
applications are welcome.
so you fired the cook and promoted the dishwasher.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, Pam Bondi, are you good, bro? Ow! Yo, she said that people are asking about the Poopstein files because the Dow is up. Yo! How is this real?
The American people need to know this. They are talking about Epstein today. This has been around since the Obama administration.
No, my sister in perpetual shrieking. Who cares how long it's been around? Also, there was another person that was president after Obama that had these files for years. Who was that? Pam? What you guys know? President Trump.
This guy is hilarious.
Administration released over 3 million pages of documents. Over 3 million.
Yeah, and they jumped through their dirt star to avoid it. They actively tried not to, Pam.
And Donald Trump signed that law to release all of those documents.
By force. He signed it by force.
Yeah, they had a majority. They had enough that even if he vetoed it, they could pass it. So he would have looked like even worse if he just vetoed it. So he had to sign it. He had no choice.
He didn't want to. How is this lady real? Transparent.
It's like a Murloc, you know?
Merrick Garland, over the last 4 years, one word about Jeffrey Epstein. How ironic is that? You know why?
Why?
Because Donald Trump, the Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing.
Ow! Because that's preposterous. Preposterone. Presbyterian.
You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Rascal.
Hey, Pam, might not want to go there considering you sold over $1 million worth of DJT stocks the day before the tariff announcement. What is even that?
The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records.
The three major stock market indexes have reached record highs under every U.S. president for the last 20 years. The Dow reaching a new high under Trump has nothing to do with the Epstein files at all. And in a lot of ways, with him at all. This happened almost every year of Obama's term, every year of Biden's term, and Trump's previous term. Which means that proves nothing.
Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming.
We're talking about Poopstein.
That's what we should be talking about.
How about no? No! No! Literally no!
We should be talking about making Americans safe.
Yeah, like say from an international trafficking ring of the
Yes,
most
from pedophiles.
powerful people in the entire world that didn't get accountable. Is that not making us safe, Pam?
We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked.
Yes!
Are you kidding?
Are you kidding? Surely you jest, Pam. Surely you jest.
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan?
You're not good at this.
Record high stock markets means business as usual.
Yep.
All these hearings ever are is just to point out, to set a precedence, to point out that they're committing all these crimes to both of them, Democrats, Republicans. They just laugh in our face. Like, oh, you guys are illegally stock trading. It's like, oh, you're hiding pedophiles. It's like all they do is just go back and forth admitting each other's crimes. They don't give a crap. Just laughing in everybody's face. Ha ha, what are you going to do about it? They're just setting precedents so that the next one comes in. It's like, oh, well, the Biden administration allowed this to happen. It's like, oh, the Trump administration allowed this to happen. But in the meantime, nobody's stopping any of it.
My old babysitter used to let me stay up till 11.
Right.
Who gives a fuck? It's a new sheriff in town, bitch.
Hey guys, how we doing tonight?
Hi, Roger.
How the hell are you? You know, there's a whole bunch of people sitting over in your main.
Yeah,
chat.
I told him about it. This is the main.
I'm in the main. I got people in the main. I got people in the backup. Everybody's having a little party in here.
Nice.
And I can see them all on here. And on Rumble, I don't see anybody in the chat yet. So
sad story.
Yeah, I told people over on Sav's Place channel that everybody was.
Yeah, there's people over there. Giannis.
You can watch it wherever.
And then over on that one, yeah, I'm just because there's had some new subscribers over the period of time that I was off. Imagine that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing with doing this is if you get a strike, you'll get a strike on all of them.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna get a strike. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. And if I do get a strike, it won't be on Rumble, and we'll be there.
I thought they were going to loosen up their policies and not strike people for like mentioning like COVID and whatnot.
I know.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be sorry, Janusz. It'll probably be a long way out, but possibly if I get enough time, what would you guys think about creating a website in case for everybody who gets banned, instead of going to an app or anything like that, but creating a website? If you get banned, you can go over to the website and stream from there. I mean, you kind of have to work amongst each other to work out time frames, but
what does it cost to host one of them servers like that with all that broadband, I guess? I'm
gonna look into it. But just a backup for everybody who gets a strike or something, gets kicked off of YouTube. I know some people don't like Rumble, so what if there's a website, dedicated to everybody?
Yeah, man, create our own community.
Sorry, go on.
No, you go ahead. I just said create our own community.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And if you want to do that, we could contribute. Each of us contribute to the server. Actually, if it costs a good bit, you keep it up and going.
I've already ordered some servers for something else, so I'll see what it's gonna take. I've done it for.
I was saying that you can stream as well from the Odyssey, and over there is no censorship whatsoever.
Yeah, I know that. This would be dedicated, strictly to this space. You know what I'm saying? Like
call it kickoff
platforms, nothing.
Call it
kickoff. That's a good one, Jeff. That's a good one, Jeff.
Yeah, that's a good one.
There you go.
Yeah. I'd say it's go, Chad.
Yeah, well, I'll look into it. It'll be a while, like I said, but I'll look into.
Let's see what
else. I'll probably need some help from some people, so I'll probably be looking at help from people too. So it'll be a while. Just wanted to get a feel for what people thought.
So here's MAGA's response.
Everybody keeps asking if I'm gonna stop supporting Donald Trump because he's on them petter list. And I got a couple things to say about that. Number one, people can change. For instance, did you know that before he was on the dollar bill, George Washington was British? Okay. And secondly, yeah, Donald Trump might be on the list. Okay. But what do you think he was doing on that island? He was looking, he was taking notes. He was making sure that he himself could figure out who all the bad people were so that he could take them down. There is no way to do what he's done as far as protecting our children without him getting in the thick of it. So have you ever thought about whether you would have the cojones to do that? I don't think you would. And I don't think you care about children like my president. Whole bunch of y'all about to fart around and find out.
Wow. All right.
What-
So he
what
was
are we
just
gonna
down
find
there
out?
just doing an investigation, right? That was
Yeah, so someone please come investigate me. Good God.
okay. Yeah, sure.
What the hell are we gonna find out?
Yeah, I don't know.
That he's probably deep state paid.
Who's that? Trump?
We know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said he is the swamp.
Movie They Live, where like your background there, like the hobo. There was a hobo, and he was in the elite.
Yeah, because he sold out. Yeah.
And you don't even. You can be high level and not be high level.
I call that temptation. And he falls prey to it. Yeah.
It's just like in John Wick, where all of a sudden everybody looks at him and they're like, "We control everything."
Yeah, that was a good movie. I like the John Wick movies. You know, they're far fetched, but
Yeah, especially the gunplay. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those shots, but they never have unlimited ammo.
Oh yeah.
They always have to reload. Keanu Reeves is a stickler for that in any of his movies. He's like, listen, that pistol that holds, so many rounds, you just fired 8 shots. There's no way. Okay, so no.
The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan.
Okay, so I wanted to use that to segue. She literally used the fucking Chewbacca defense. She did do that whole thing today. She used the Chewbacca defense. And I was like, I even said that in the chat of what I was watching. I said, she literally used the Chewbacca defense. Those of you watching this on replay, I may have to cut this out after the show, but over on Rumble, it will be all there. But this is an old South Park clip, and this is this was a court trial that was going on. They had Johnny Cochran.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is great. This is fucking great.
Ladies and gentlemen of this supposed jury, I have one final thing I want you to consider. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chewbacca. Chewbacca is a Wookiee from the planet Kashyyyk, but Chewbacca lives on the planet Endor. Now think about it. That does not make sense. Damn it. Well, he's using the Chewbacca defense. Why would a Wookiee, an 8-foot-tall Wookiee, want to live on Endor with a bunch of 2-foot-tall Ewoks? That does not make sense. But more important, you have to ask yourself, what does this have to do with this case? Nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, it has nothing to do with this case. It does not make sense. Look at me. I'm a lawyer defending a major record company, and I'm talking about Chewbacca. Does that make sense? Ladies and gentlemen, I am not making any sense. None of this makes sense. And so you have to remember, when you're in that jury room deliberating and conjugating the Emancipation Proclamation, does it make sense? No. Ladies and gentlemen of this supposed jury, it does not make sense. If Chewbacca lives on Endor, you must acquit. The defense rests.
I'm confused now, so none of it made any sense.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. That whole fucking thing, that whole thing was her doing like the Chewbacca defense. I swear to God, it was funny as shit.
Did they ask about the Dow? I don't know. What does that have to do with it?
No, people were asking about what they were doing at the DOJ and shit, and she ain't got nothing to do with the Dow, anyways. That's nothing to do with the Department of Justice. Why she's like trying to, say the good shit that Trump has done. That everybody's ignoring all this wonderful shit that he's done, and I've not seen him do anything wonderful. All I've seen him do is shuck and jive and try to dodge allegations of every sort.
They'll be teaching about her testimony in future, how to say a lot of words and say nothing related to the subject.
Well, I'm going to move to indoor. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it
Why
doesn't
would I
make
wanna
any
live on
sense.
Endor?
Why would an 8-foot Wookiee live on Endor with little 2-foot Ewoks? It don't make sense.
No.
Mr. Jordan.
Committee will be in order.
Mr. Jordan, am I going to get an extra 45 seconds added to my time?
The committee will be in order. The time belongs to the gentleman from Texas.
She kind of.
Yeah, that was good. I'll show you the testimony of it without having to look at this guy.
This has to be like season finale shit.
Yeah, that's. Yeah. No, I was going to say at least he's out as a flat earther, at least. So that's just.
Who, Harrison?
Yeah.
What'd you just say? That he's out?
Well, he's not out. He came out saying the Earth's flat. He actually declared it himself, but.
Do that.
Yeah.
The Alex Jones channel said that. though?
Gentlemen, can I reclaim my time? I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harrison. I didn't know he
Yeah.
came out as flat Earth. I thought he.
I never heard that either.
I watched him do a clip. He did a clip on it. He actually said a lot on it. I think it was on John Thor's channel. If you look for it, you can find it.
Interesting.
Oh, this one. This was, and this whole thing. I was waiting for it to. Erupt into a cat fight, and right after this clip, Kuan and Kevin. I'll get to you guys here in just a second backstage.
Will you commit to provide this committee with your list of entities that you recommend be designated as domestic terrorist organizations?
I'm not going to commit to anything to you because you won't let me answer questions.
Okay, well then we do understand that your current position is that you have a secret list of people or groups that you are accusing of domestic terrorism, but you won't share it with Congress. And I'd remind you that when the US government designates an entity as a foreign terrorist organization, it must report that to Congress and to the entity, because the government can make a mistake and the entity has the opportunity to contest it. So your position seems to be that if you falsely designate an American or an American organization as a terrorist group, there's nothing they can do about it. I think we get it. You don't want to answer the
No,
question.
you don't get anything regarding public safety.
Thank you.
Nothing.
Thank you for the insult.
God
It's
damn.
clear he didn't come to Congress prepared to answer questions that the American people have every right to have answered. But if you were to prepared to answer truthfully, here's what we expect the facts to show. The administration is keeping lists of Americans who the White House says are engaged in domestic terrorism. Those lists could include Americans who have not committed any acts of terrorism, but simply disagree with this administration, people like Renee Good and Alex Preddy.
You don't understand anything, she says.
I heard that. So that bit title fits the show. So she just automatically goes to bitch mode every time she answers a question.
Oh, yeah.
Please, I hope I'm on that list, because that would be pretty interesting to get a FOIA, considering that Trump gave me a pardon. So I got a pardon and a domestic. That would be, please
Are
let
you
me be
kidding
on
me?
it.
They showed her a video from January 6th at one of the antagonists that was out there.
Her?
And yeah, no. There was a guy in the crowd, and it's from a body cam, and he's screaming about kill the police, kill,
Of
right?
course. I was
Okay.
there. Yes.
Okay, so anyways, he now works at the Department of Justice.
No shit,
imagine
Sherlock.
that.
Really?
Yeah, and she knows it too.
That's funny as hell.
Imagine my lack of surprise.
Yeah.
So I want to
Yeah.
nominate the U.S. government for the terrorist list.
All right, hang on a second, guys. So Kwan and Kevin, can you both turn your cameras on before I bring you up? I'm not gonna you don't have to have them on the stage. Just I'm gonna verify that you're real people. Okay, Kwan, can you hold up your right hand and make a peace symbol in the camera? You know, like this. Can you do this? No,
We're still
Okay.
waiting. Okay.
Yeah. Kevin, go ahead. I need you back to come back on so I can have you do something real quick. Kevin, come back on. There you go. Hey, buddy. So I would like you to cover your left eye with your hand, your full hand. Cover your eye like I'm doing right now. No, do you see what I'm doing right now? I'm up here. No, that's not what I'm doing.
I thought my
Okay.
tutorial yesterday worked for everybody. Look, Wes, I came on the camera. Now they can't even do things on the camera.
Yeah, put your hand over your left eye.
Put your right foot in.
No, I don't think either one of them speak English or nothing. Neither one of them were able to do anything. I think Kuan is a loop video. It looks like a little loop video.
That's probably a porn bomb or something.
Yep, that's what it is. Anyway, did you guys see what Ted Lieu did? I can't, every time the dude talks, man, I don't know about his politics or anything. I don't even fucking care about it. It just cracks me up. Yeah, Shitty Walk.
Shitty Walk.
A Shitty Walk. Welcome to Shitty Walk.
You can't take a shitty aura?
Shitty Walk.
Shitty Walk.
I am a Shitty Walk. Anyway.
I remember when the Japanese moved into town and opened their sushi bar.
He's from Taiwan, I think. He's not
no.
Chinese. He's from I think he's from Taiwan.
I want the sweet and sour.
So I want to move on to another man.
Can I answer
Donald
that,
Trump.
though?
I want to move on to another
Can I answer
question.
your question about protecting?
You answered the question.
You're saying no. I love this.
I want to discuss another man, Donald Trump, who is all over the Epstein files, like former Prince. Here's the video. Like former Prince Andrew, Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files.
I'm going to claim my time. I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman, please
I'd
stop
like
the
to
clock.
sign
Stop the clock.
the legislation. This is
Time.
this
I'd like
is
to reclaim my
ridiculous.
time.
belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center, because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a
I
crime.
believe you just lied under oath, and this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of crime. I'm showing you, here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop the limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell, so should the men who patronized his operation. And as we sit here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
The gentleman has expired. I
May I respond?
Yeah, I don't know how you respond. No one can.
I did not
can
ask a
respond.
question,
He
Mr.
doesn't
You're
want
allowed
to talk
to.
about
I did
the
not ask a
horrific
question.
crime in California. He does not want to talk about
I did not ask a
crime
question.
in his
She
state.
can't
Madam
just
Attorney
ad-lib
General.
stuff.
Going
I
after
did not
Donald
ask a
Trump.
question.
Meeting will be in order.
He's not there to answer your fucking questions about shit. Come on, man. What's up? What are you doing back there, Quan?
She always does this thing where if she can't.
Quan, chill out in the fucking back chat. What the fuck are you doing, man?
Good God.
Yeah, you gotta go, bro. I don't know what's going on with him.
If she doesn't come up with an answer, she's like, "How dare you?" She just has like these moments of like, "How dare you?" And she's got to pound the desk or something.
Yeah. Indignation. Righteous indignation or something.
Right.
And it's like, what the fuck? What is with this dude?
I don't know what V means. I have no idea.
Hump day happy hour.
Could be.
Fucking somebody gave internet access to the fucking nut house or something.
Get them out of the institution, man.
Y'all got a half hour. Make it quick.
Oh, this was pretty. Yeah, this people have put together some good cuts of this thing, which is great. But I thought, oh, okay, let me see what's going on. And I tuned in, and her and some other broad was going at it, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck, man? I was like, I tuned in at a good time.
There was one redaction out
Where
of
he's
over
listed as a
4,700,
co-conspirator. Okay.
and we invited you in.
Gentlemen.
This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. He needs to get. You're a failed politician.
Yeah.
I find it interesting that she keeps going after President Trump, the greatest president in American history. And if they could maintain their composure, you don't tell me.
Yeah, I
anything
did tell you because we
washed
saw
up
what you did in the
loser
Senate.
Lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Meeting will be in.
You're
the rules-
obsessed with Donald Trump. You have Trump derangement syndrome. All of you who participated in those impeachment hearings against Donald Trump, you all should be apologizing. You sit here and you attack the president, and I am not going to have it. I'm not going to put up with it. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about.
Trying to intimidate and punish these ladies
Your time is
coming
up.
forward.
Dude.
Is that how we make America great again? We make the
Not
Dow
about
go up?
catching- It's not about catching pedos. It's about money. That's all it is.
Yeah.
What a filthy cunt. Not
Yes.
only because she's female, if it was something with a penis, still be a filthy cunt.
Still a filthy cunt. You're absolutely right on that, brother. You are absolutely right on that.
What's the price of a man's soul, Saab?
I don't know. Mine's not for sale, so how could I value that? It's priceless.
There
in
you
my
go.
opinion. All right,
Hey,
Quan. Look
Hey,
here.
yeah,
This
Quan is spamming.
Yeah, he's got to go. You're
Oh, he's
on.
at the 47 now.
Bye-bye,
Wow.
pig. Bye-bye, pig. Bye, pig.
Let's not get kicked off of here again.
Holy
Wow.
crap.
Bye, Jay
That's-
Sixer. Bye, pig. Bye, MAGA.
This guy, I don't even know who this fucking guy is. Witz is his something Witz is his last name. That tells me a
Gold
lot
something,
there.
right?
Bergowitz, Bergowitz,
Yeah.
Goldstein, Goldsteinowitz, Steinbergowitz, Steinbergowitz. You can't you can't get any smaller hat than that, man. Steinbergowitz, if that was your last name right there, that means you probably got that 6-pointed star like tattooed on your chest, you know?
Like Superman. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Super Uden.
Ask them if that's true. Now, would the survivors and victims who are here please stand up one more time? Just by show of hands, how many of you or your loved ones actually have met with the Department of Justice and provided testimony and estimate and evidence? None. And of those of you who have not met, which is everyone, how many of you have reached out either individually or through a lawyer or representative to offer to provide testimony and evidence? All of them. And of those all of you who have reached out, how many of you were denied or ignored by the Department of Justice? All of them. And despite the shameful and despicable efforts by Ms. Bondi and her department to intimidate you, how many of you are still willing to speak to the Department of Justice? All of them. Well, Ms. Bondi, it looks like you have some more witnesses
Gentleman's
to
time
talk
has expired.
and I yield back.
We will go to the good gentleman from North Carolina, Congressman.
That's not a good look.
No.
Whatever the fuck they're playing out with this game, that's not a good look. I don't care who looks at it. And so what's the gig, right? What's the gig? And I think, let me see if I can find that.
Well,
yeah.
The stocks are good as long as they keep their buddies out of jail with the stocks, right?
Yeah.
Well, we already know. Why are they? Why now? Why now?
Yeah.
What's going on? That everything is done for a reason. It's done for a purpose. And what we're seeing, the result from this is we're seeing a lot of people going, yeah, that sucks. These people, both sides are in on it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
so what do we do about it?
It's almost like your hands are tied.
I already gave my answer a long time ago, but
which fake nation state is friends with the U.S. anymore? Good old Trump is pissed off everybody.
Well, or so the story shows. I mean, I think this is all scripted fucking shit. I really do.
Of course it's scripted. Of course.
And
not to sound like QAnon, but
no, I mean it really is. And this ain't mean that Trump's a white hat or none of these. There are no white hats. Okay. So what's this going to bring in? I mean, if you start pitching the idea, the more this comes out and the more this goes out, and more of the normies start getting it. A lot of normies aren't getting it because the mainstream news media is not covering any of this.
Well, I can tell you this: the kids that are in college and high school that I've talked to at work, they get it. They understand it. They're starting to see what's going on, and they actually hate the whole what's going on. They hate it.
Well,
but
when the normies start getting it, and then you pitch to them, well, what if we had AI governance? You can't bribe them. They're not pedophiles or anything. Forgetting that the fucking things are programmed to begin with by these goddamn pedophile billionaire cannibals, whatever the fuck they are. These things are owned and programmed by these fucking people, right? So everybody, it's easy to slip it in because look, there's a problem. Everybody reacts. You can't trust the left. You can't trust the white. The whole system's coming down. How do we keep the system from coming down and still do something about this problem? Well, AI governance.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We need
can we dismantle it after you let it run the government, or will it actually just take off with itself?
It will be the government. It ain't going to run the government. It's going to be the fucking government.
That's why I said we need to take down all the towers, cut the cables, whatever you want to call it, get rid of the data centers and all that. It needs to be a worldwide effort. You have to get rid of them all at once, overwhelm them. And that'll be a guy warning us. You'll knock out the frequency. That's the frequency and these chemtrails between the two of them. Between all of it, it's really destroying people's mind because then you won't have these devices here that are brainwashing everybody. Don't get me wrong, I'm using it. It's hypocritical, but I'm just saying I can do without it and be just fine.
They can finally be used actually for their intended purpose without all the fucking tracking and the spy and all that dumb bullshit. See, I mean, we can have the technology. It's the problem is that the people that are funding and owning this technology are these billionaire class elite. And unfortunately, most, if not all of them, are these carnivorous fucking cannibalistic vampire monsters, pedophile fucking monsters. That's what we have. And those are those people. So as long as they exist and they're the ones that are controlling everything is through the money, which is how they're doing it. There's you can't do it. You're never going to escape that. I mean, look at Peter Thiel. I bet you that guy's got a saved spot at church every Sunday, don't you? Don't you think? Bull. Come on, none of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. So the background behind you reminds me of Cubby's scenario there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's exactly what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, taking out the radio towers, basically. Yeah. I mean, similar to cutting off the media, all that.
Yeah, what he did at the end, Nada was killed, but he took down the signal.
Yeah, and that's what I think. Yeah, I think it was a hidden message way back then.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. Roddy Piper said that was a documentary.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Roddy.
Yeah, he died unnaturally.
Yeah.
Well, there's a real guy named Ted. He was your real life freaking.
There was
40 years ago.
There was a real. Well, maybe he's still alive. Who knows, right?
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, good old Ted. Who knows? That was made. It might have been big psyop shit too. You know. Now that we're looking at all these different things that are so fucked up, you know.
Who believes that JFK was actually killed? Really, like killed?
I've up till recently I did, but now it's sort of like I start questioning every fucking thing, you know, knowing how this whole thing operates. But there again, I also have to look at who is involved in that too, and I'd have to say, well, what a sacrifice of a Christian, right? Or Catholic. Here you had a Catholic wiped out by small hats. Huh. You know what I'm saying?
I gather
what
they
about
don't
Lincoln?
get along.
What about Lincoln? What about Lincoln?
I don't see how it would have
that?
been to. I don't see how it would have been to Jack Kennedy's benefit whatsoever to go along with an assassination hoax.
No.
You know, I've pondered that. You know, and the thing about the Secret Service guy shooting, Connolly would have been right in the fucking way.
Yeah. I heard that. That's what I thought from like back in the 80s when I first started looking into it. Yeah, the Secret Service man beside, you know.
The funny thing is people always talk about JFK and they gloss right over RFK, which is
well, no, that was a really blatantly corrupt one.
Right.
He had a wound from a 38 caliber, and that's what he was shot with. But they caught Sirhan with a 22 automatic.
Yeah.
Huh. Weird, ain't it?
And then supposedly Trump gave RFK those files. Whatever happened to that whole situation? That's what I'm saying. That whole thing just gets glossed over because you focus on. There's so many distractions.
What about Lincoln in a theater?
Oh, the Ford Theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lincoln was killed.
Think about it. They were telling us this guy got killed in a theater.
Mm-hmm.
The whole world's a stage.
Yep.
Well,
I mean, look at all those coincidental similarities between Kennedy and Lincoln, right? Lincoln was shot from a warehouse. They caught the guy in a theater. Lincoln was shot in a theater. They caught the guy in a warehouse.
Yep.
Down in Springfield, Illinois, they have I think it's the Lincoln Museum. I want to say they've got a replica of the theater where he shot, and they do like a 3D imaging thing. I've never gone to it. I'd like to just check it out one time.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Some of those are pretty cool. I've been to one in Kings Mountain. They did the Battleground 3D.
Oh yeah, Kennedy had a secretary, Mrs. Lincoln, and Lincoln had a secretary named Mrs. Kennedy.
Weird,
and it was all this fucking crazy shit, that was going on, with the whole coincidences between them. It's amazing. There's a whole list of them. I forget all of them right offhand, but
I read an interview with Lincoln one time, and all the politicians called him an orangutan or a giant ape. They thought he was a monkey.
Listen, at one point, there was a Washington Post reporter that went to the White House to interview the president, and he was waiting in the lobby, and down from the residence came Lincoln, and he was wearing a tattered yellow nightgown, like nightshirt, and a sleep cap. and the sleeves of it were like much too short for him. And he had this yellowish greenish complexion. And in those days, nobody had pictures of what somebody looked like or anything. And this reporter got a look at him, and he ran out of the White House screaming, and because he thought it was a ghost. He thought it was a monster or something. Yeah,
he was a big dude too, right? He was barely tall. He was over.
He was like 7 foot tall or some shit like that, 6'8", something.
This is a scary sight. The big green guy with a big yellow,
yeah,
yellow cap. Yeah,
yeah.
They are burning the old world down right in front of you, and they're doing it on purpose. The recent Epstein dumps aren't a victory for justice, they are a tactical demolition of trust, where the system of control is intentionally exposing its own rot, because you won't accept a digital cage unless you're convinced the human one is too disgusting to live in. They are using this trauma to manufacture your consent for a great handoff. And their secret logic is simple: automated tyranny. The elites are tired of being the targets, and they're tired of masks, protests, and the risk of the gallows. So they've built a solution. They want to hand the keys to an AI government. They'll tell you it's unbiased, unbribable, and incapable of corruption, but that's just the bait. The hook is the 2030 digital cage, and the evidence is hidden in plain sight within the 2026 white papers from the WEF and the OECD. They are codifying AI immunity right now, so if an algorithm ruins your life, denies you food, or freezes your digital ID, there is no one to sue, and there is no one to hold accountable. Because you can't put a line of code in a jail cell. By 2030, they want your entire existence, your money, your movement, your very identity, tied to a biometric unalive switch, and the same elites who funded the private islands, and participated in the most evil acts, are the ones who will be programming the so-called unbiased AI. They aren't leaving power, but instead they are becoming invisible. They are retreating into the code and algorithm so they never have to face us again. But don't fall for the no more corruption lies, because they aren't cleaning the system, they're upgrading the locks. They want a world where resistance isn't just illegal, it's technologically impossible, but it will be sold to the people as a resolution for safety. The system isn't failing, it's evolving, and it's evolving to erase us. We do not forgive, we do not forget. Anonymously enlightening out.
Mm-hmm.
Real bad man. Here's my 6'4" museum ticket with Jackie and JFK. Yeah, it's nothing. Don't waste your time or money. What's that? It's in Dallas.
Oh, in Dallas?
Yeah, the 6'4" museum, supposedly where he shot from. You know, you go up to the 6'4", and the window's still open all year round. And all that, and you wear these headphones, and they got the story, you know, and there's a little informational boost, you know, the whole way along. Yeah, it's quite the propaganda machine. But I mean, you know, what it was. I'm trying to think.
Is it how close? How close is it to the Holocaust Museum? They must have a Holocaust memorial somewhere.
I'm not sure.
In Dallas.
Close.
Oh God, I'm pretty sure they do.
There's one everywhere, ain't there?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, they got to make sure. Well, you know what though? So many, it's lost its momentum. You know, it really has. It's lost its impact. People don't give a shit, you know, and the ones that still, you know, they're like, yeah, that's pretty bad and everything. Why is it everybody hates you now? That's the question they're asking. You know, why would they want to do that to you? What was it about you that the Germans hated so badly that they were willing to try to exterminate you? What is it about you that they hate? Yeah. Does anybody ever ask them that? No.
Can't be much more than what we got going on now.
No,
right? I'm not going to say it, but
they're hated because reasons.
They're jealous. That's right. People are jealous of them or something.
They're animals. They can't be called humans. They're animals.
Listen, anybody engaged in this shit that these people are doing are animals. They're fucking eating people, man. They're fucking eating people.
They're eating the cats.
Soylent Green. They told you how when was that movie Soylent Green?
73. Yep.
Yeah. Almost as old as me.
Almost. It's got yeah, it's not as old as me.
Hey, Sov.
Yeah.
The question is, what are we going to do about it? And I suggest you bring up that map of world undersea cables and underground cables.
Oh, yeah.
We've just got to decentralize. We've got to decentralize. That's the only way they control us, centralization.
I mentioned that, Tony. Somewhat similar.
It's what they call a panopticon. Okay. To give you a rudimentary idea of what a panopticon is like the modern prison system. What they have, they call it a pod system, right? There's a central guard hub where they can view all the prison, all the pods are set around in a circle around the middle where they can be observed at all times from one central location. And that's pretty much what this the centralization that they're doing now with the data and everything else is aiming for, is one big, huge digital panopticon. And they want to include your biometrics into it.
You know what's kind of funny about this part as it goes this way?
What's that?
The funny part is they're gonna have to get rid of all these sheriffs and deputies and correctional officers and judges. How are they going to do that? I'm not saying anything, but how are we going to get rid of the judges that think they're smarty pants?
It's going to be like that movie where, what was that movie where it was like the Mockingbird thing, where they had all the different places that had to go and then have like the war games, and whoever won, they took them to the main city. They're going to decentralize.
Hunger Games.
Yeah, they're going to decentralize like that, claim it's decentralization and be good for you, but it end up being that type of situation.
Well, they even found out that was escapable, didn't they?
Yeah.
They found out that their beloved President Snow would go to really diabolical lengths to keep these people enslaved too. And I see a lot of President Snow in Donald Trump. I really do. You know, that same kind of, and this opulence, his focus on opulence. You know, it's like, look, dude, the fucking country is starving right now, man. There's people in the streets. There's homeless vets. All this shit. And all you're worried about is gold plating on shit and making a fucking ballroom and all this other
Arctic Trump.
Yeah, and gonna put his name on this and his name on that and everything else. Why don't you just draw a big penis on it with a spray paint can? I mean, it'd be just as good as putting Trump on it, I think. Just draw a big dick on it, you know? What a self-centered piece of shit, you know?
You might need a bag of dicks for that, buddy.
He'd probably like it. Little baby dicks.
So Pam Bondi's being absolutely grilled right now, which she should, asking if she's going to investigate and prosecute any of these satanic pedo baby-eating ghoul monsters. And this is her response.
The Dow right now is over.
Don't worry about it.
Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan?
MAGA, are you still with me right now? This is like dumpster fire level 1000 right now. This is not good at all.
And that's what they were saying right before Enron too, right? It's like that's all it takes is another Enron and everybody's 401ks are in the dumpster.
This didn't come out bad. This didn't come out good today. I'm kind of, I'm following this soap opera and I'm like, okay, what's going to be next? What's going to be next? At this point, I think about everybody is able to see, that Kash Patel, he's going to be on the chopping block. I think Bondi, they're going to throw her under the bus. Somebody's going to throw her dumb ass under the bus.
Stop. There's a model nation, a state right now that we should be following in their footsteps. They've already got they got everything digitalized already. They got the medical records of everybody digitalized already. They have their placement of surveillance already for their civilians to keep them safe.
China?
No, they have a blue and white flag. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Nobody wants them. Nobody wants to be around them.
Is that other country over there?
Yeah, that's one of those.
Little blue and white country.
Yeah.
Little blue and white country. What was this one? I forgot what this one was. Hang on, let's see.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
You're a lawyer, not even a lawyer. You showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer
theatrics
the
are
question the way I
ridiculous.
asked it.
Chairman Jordan, I'm not going to get in the gutter with these people, I'm going to answer the question.
How many have you indicted?
Again, the time belongs to
Reclaiming my time.
the time belongs.
I think it's very interesting.
Reclaiming my time.
I think it's very interesting.
And you can
When
reclaim
he
your
talks
time.
about they
Reclaiming my time,
indicted,
Mr.
the
Chairman.
president said they indicted him twice.
Mr. Chairman, please
They
stop the
sure
clock
did.
and stop
he
the clock and
indicted.
restore his time.
Okay, here we go with these
Many will be-
theatrics.
How many of Epstein?
They don't like the answer, Chairman,
my time.
because it's honest.
Reclaiming-
So he asked a
Reclaiming my
4-minute question.
Restore 45
and
seconds,
I am
Mr. Nadler,
going
please,
to
Mr. Chairman.
answer.
You can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch. Not on our time. No way. And I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, I
anything,
did tell you because we
washed
saw
up
what you did in the
loser
Senate.
Lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Committee will be in order.
Time, and I should get back at least 45 seconds.
We will give you a few more seconds. I
Not a
said that
few more,
already.
45 seconds.
Okay, I'm timing right now, Mr. Nadler. Go.
All right.
Question: how many of Epstein's co-conspirators is she indicted? Is 0.
We should hire some 8-year-olds to go in there and set that all up and fix it all for them.
It's like a thing of The Apprentice. They're
Yes.
sitting there arguing like it's
Yes.
The Apprentice.
I was going to say that, but I thought you guys would think I was crazy.
You're fired. Sorry, Ron.
You're fired. Oh yeah, this guy Jesus Garcia. He come out. Oh yeah. He fucking wailed on her. This thing I was thinking, oh, that's cool. I'll play this card game on my phone, and just hear what's going on this Pam Bondi thing. Shit, I turned it on. I started playing. All of a sudden, she starts hollering at this bitch, and this other bitch start hollering back at her. And I'm like, oh man, look at this shit. I can't believe they're acting like this out there.
Attorney General Bondi, glad you finally made it here after hiding for 4 months from this committee. I understand
Whoa,
why
I thought
you're
you were
hiding from us.
Chairman?
You're one of the worst attorney generals in our history and an instrument of Donald Trump's lawless authoritarian agenda. And I'm glad the American people are seeing who you are, how you act, and the lack of good values. You weaponize the Department of Justice to target immigrants, working families, and anyone that Trump deems an enemy of the state, all to protect real powerful criminals, including in your administration. My Democratic colleagues have focused on your cover-up of the Epstein files and your passion for protecting pedophiles and child traffickers. That alone is grounds for impeachment. But there's so much. Attorney General Bondi, glad you finally.
You are the worst attorney general ever in history.
Well, by definition, wouldn't Trump be a tyrant, or at
Well,
least, yeah?
He should have stopped with "You're the worst attorney," because attorneys, every single one is a piece of shit. Every
sure.
single one.
Yeah.
Mr. Garcia got some cojones. He says, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So this was kind of interesting about that Zorro Ranch. I ran across this today because from what I can figure, that was a. Because look, outside of all this other, this guy was into some weird fucking genetic and cloning and a host of shit regarding that kind of a thing. And somebody said, Janos said something, I think, about the Mind Unveiled video today, going into the talking about that this isn't something new. But the thing is, I think, man, that there's more to that that ranch, that mansion and shit than meets the eye. I mean, I think that there's shit underground. I think that there's like a full-fledged it could be a full-fledged cloning facility. The place, there's still people working there.
Yeah, that's my assumption as well.
And the dude's got his own little town. Is this where the people that work there live? I don't know, man. This is what's so crazy. Anyway.
That's very cult-like, though, isn't it, Saab? Think about it. And
Yeah.
I know a man who would.
Did you say clone?
He did. Yeah. So we should
See, you
send
mean
Alex.
that guy could be right? Damn.
Yeah, we should send Alex Jones out there to investigate.
Yeah,
it's like Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, he's perfect. We should send you, Roger.
No. I'm going to Antarctica, dude. You can take the ranch and do something with it.
You should do that first, though. That would be a better job for you.
You think? Yeah. All right. You gonna pay for it?
I'll chip in.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on here? All right. Looking back there is like all these messages back in the fucking private.
How's that coming on,
Yeah.
Red? Oh, sorry.
Oh, what? Go ahead.
I haven't
worry
put
about
up like I'll talk to you later. Yeah.
All right.
Zorro Ranch may seem like another day in the desert until you notice this big old house here and the town here that reveals a lot more than meets the eye. To give you an idea of how much property we're looking at here, this is a bird's eye of all the property that is owned out here. I am standing by Highway 41. This is right off the road. However, you might not recognize it if you're looking for Zorro Ranch Road. You will find Rancho San Rafael complete with a street name change, and a lot of remodels are being undertaken here. When you go up this road actually leads you to the town that is on this property, which is called Ranch Central. Ranch Central. See the vehicles, they do change frequently. Usually they're red, but they've got some white ones now. This is a bird's eye of what you would find, the little town, if you went through this gate, which has its own infrastructure. There are different types of houses for different experiences. And keep in mind, this place never shut down. It was always being run. There were always people out here, whether it was before the sale or to the sale now. And a reminder about the people who bought it, these records are sealed and nobody knows who that actually is. An interesting new addition since the sale of this place are no trespassing signs that are everywhere. Now, the main house is up the way behind 2 more security gates, but we'll have to drive about 2 miles down the road to even kind of show you that. What you're looking at is the main house, and don't be fooled, it is miles away from the road. Also, to note, there is some digging equipment, and that has not been here when I was here previously. This was the house from a similar angle in November, and it's looking a little different over on this side. If you were a little closer, this is what you would see, and we're kind of over here in the picture. However, no one's seen that because, again, it wasn't investigated, and the only people allowed in by the estate were the realtors who sold it. You got it. Not when the state of New Mexico actually came by. They were told, no, we're not letting you in, and instead of doing anything about it, they just left. That was in 2019. I thought you said nobody ever went out there. They didn't. This was from the Land Commission. This was not from the police or any authority figure because they wanted to investigate the land leases that were happening out here that are still being given to the new owners. Let's also keep in mind that the LLC that purchased the property out here is brand new and looks to be formed a couple weeks before this was purchased. Not to mention nobody knows who owns it. And the record of the sale has been sealed, so nobody knows who bought it either. Probably my final, but one of my most important things to remind people about this place. If you were brought here and you wanted to get away, there was nowhere to go. Santa Fe is 30 miles that way, and Stanley, New Mexico is 10 miles that way. That's it for this one, but come back tomorrow and we're going to do an inside the house tour with the realtor video that is no longer up, but we can watch it here. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you.
Actually, it's not that far away from me, Saw. Tell you the truth.
What, the Zorro Ranch?
Yeah. I just got to go north to the border over there. I can get to New Mexico. It can't be that far.
So if I drop the link, if you can show it just for a couple seconds in the background, in the Helen DeGeneres and question.
Oh yeah, the background of the Ellen DeGeneres show. Yeah, that's everybody's seen that. That's it's Epstein Island, man. It's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that island actually is in the same shape as that Nickelodeon symbol that they used to use?
Yep. She that who's that chick we were just talking about?
Bondi?
No, Ellen.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, Ellen DeGeneres, yeah.
They said that she's
she? Are you sure?
Big time cannibal. Or what? Look, man, maybe these fucking things are kind of like both sexes. I think they're fucking reptilians, man. Or they're monsters or something. I mean, what the fuck? The whole idea, your instinct, the thought of eating.
They're golem, bro. Think about it. They're golem.
Your instinct, the thought of eating another human being is usually revulsion.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like hardwired into us. At least it's supposed to be.
Yeah, look, they are in the old faith because word cannibal comes from Canaanites. So
Canaan,
exactly.
Baal,
Cannibal, yeah, cannibal, right? From the old language, so they are still in their faith.
Yep,
it's a 5-hour trip for you, Roger. Pack a lunch.
Here's the question: we used to have this saying that power corrupts and absolute no.
Yes,
That's
power
wrong.
corrupts, absolute power corrupts,
No,
absolutely.
you had it right. You had it right.
No, power attracts scum of the earth. There is no power.
Yeah.
You have no power. I have no power
right.
over anybody. So
The belief that you have power is all that matters.
Right.
You know, come on. That's why I love my shirt. Look at my shirt that I have on today.
What you got on?
Says, I'm not questioning your authority. I am denying its existence.
Nice.
Oh, that's a really good Pearl Jam song too.
That's a good one.
You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting journalists than you are prosecuting pedophiles and creeps. In fact, your boss, the President of the United States, stated that this administration, quote, took the freedom of speech away. And at your direction, DOJ has arrested Don Lemon and Georgia Fort. And I might add that y'all actually had a judge that rejected y'all for trying to arrest Don Lemon before, just like the grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Kelly, just like a grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Slotkin, just like the case against Tish James was dismissed and the case against Mr. Comey was dismissed. I completely don't get how it is that you're sitting at the top of DOJ because you don't seem to be good at your job. You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting these journalists. In fact, we know after Georgia Fort and Don Lemon were arrested, we know that there were homes of journalists that were raided. We know that threatened prosecution against students protesting your actions and forced tech companies to remove apps used to track ISIS activities. But let's circle back to you protecting pedophiles and creeps, because I want to talk about the president and his possible involvement with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, I don't know what the president might have done with Jeffrey Epstein, but unlike this administration, I believe that facts matter. So let's talk about the facts. Fact number one, Donald Trump is one of the most named people in the Epstein files. At least 5,000 files contains more than 38,000 references to Trump, his wife, or Mar-a-Lago. Fact number two, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell made young girls available to Trump on multiple occasions. For example, according to this file, Ghislaine Maxwell presented a young girl to President Trump who spent more than 20 minutes apparently flirting with her. Here's another example. This shows notes from FBI investigators that describe Jeffrey Epstein transporting a victim to Mar-a-Lago to meet with President Trump, where he bragged to Trump that, quote, this is a good one. Now, I'm not saying that the president is a pedophile, but there is a lot of evidence in these files that suggests that he's very close friends with a lot of men who are pedophiles.
Did you see the smile she threw up there? That little smirk.
Oh yeah, that little smirk on there. I was like, oh my god, she's like a little.
The knife twist.
Was she a cheerleader?
Who's got daughters? Who's got daughters?
I do. I got two of them, sir.
Any of
I
them
got two of them as well.
Any of them about 15, 16 years old?
No, they're in their 30s.
Yes,
now.
sir.
They were.
Mine's 16. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Does he not
18.
remind you of when you're getting in your daughter's shit about something,
Yep.
how they act? Yeah. Whatever. You know that.
Yeah, like I said, it's like 8-year-olds. That's why I said we should hire 8-year-olds
Yeah.
to go in there and run the damn Congress for them.
I'm going to take a wild guess, and I guarantee Blondie was a cheerleader, and she probably went to Christian
possibly.
church.
Yeah.
Thing is, not a single one of them have asked who's been locked up for any of this. We know the answer, but
Yeah.
like who, how come not a single one of them, even though it's rhetorical too, never
No,
asked
we-
her who's been locked up for any of this. Not any of them did.
We know they are
Where's the kick down doors? When are they going to start kicking down doors on live TV?
They've done
when's
more in
that
the
gonna happen?
UK. They've done more in the UK than they have in the United States with people that were on this supposed list.
Good.
Now,
not
think
good
about
enough.
people who are supporting Jesuits, who are supporting Jews. They're calling them God's chosen people, so-called Christian Zionists. So, can you call them Christians if they are supporting David's agenda and the
Well,
devil
that's-
itself?
Did you hear that woman that was talking about that? I think I showed her last night. She's Catholic, and she was
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Why
I think
she got to
put it
answer
on.
to Zionist? Yeah.
Yeah. She says, so I'm against, I don't think there's anything biblical about the state of Israel, the current state of Israel at all. I don't think it has anything to do with prophecy. I don't support Zionism. Does that make me an anti-Semite? And they were like, well, if you are anti-Zionism, then you're anti-Semite. Oh, okay. All right, then. All right. I
That's
think
a
she's
blanket
gotten
statement.
fired from her position since then, too.
Yeah. What was her last name? Like Brando or something like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then they want to use the excuse like they're trying to smear, like, oh, you've made these kind of tapes in the past. And that's what I'm saying, that's what all this is for, is blackmail. They try and,
Right.
get blackmail on every single person so that, something comes up where you're questioning what they're doing and they're going to be like, oh, you remember that time you did such and such? It's like,
Exactly.
okay.
They're only puppets on strings and they're controlled. People don't get it. But we are voting for the
I
faces.
think a lot of people are starting to get it.
Finally, I was waiting
Yeah,
many decades for that moment.
I knew it was going to happen, though.
Asked, Mr. Chairman, are not trick questions. They're not gotcha questions. They're actually basic questions about how the Department of Justice functions and the unwillingness of this Attorney General to answer them in good faith. When a member of Congress asks how many people work at the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team and the Attorney General refuses to answer it, it is not a coincidence. It's because she eliminated the team. Why? Because her boss, the President of the United States, is making money hand over fist, $1.4 billion over the course of the last year through cryptocurrency holdings. I think what is happening at the Department of Justice is a disgrace, Mr. Chairman, and I would urge you to gain control of this hearing. With that, I yield back the balance of my time.
Yeah.
So Trump's doing this cryptocurrency thing, and Pam Bondi gets rid of the cryptocurrency department at the Department of Justice. That's interesting. Well, she's doing everything she can to make sure that anything he does can go by. I mean, this is really bad. This is really
Sounds
bad.
like a quinky dink.
It's no different than having like Capone owning the judges, or how that kind of shit worked in Chicago. This is just on a bigger scale. This is just on a much bigger scale. Same thing. More fun, more money, definitely. Way more money. This is insane.
Did they really get rid of that lady from her job that you said that questioned the Zionism thing?
Yeah. I just saw it today. I might run back across it. Trying to
That's
see.
pretty sad, bro. That's pretty
Yeah.
sad and shocking that we're allowing that to happen to people right in front of us.
So here's that guy, artist known as Jess. He's kind of, I don't know. I kind of like him, but he puts things well.
Pam Bondi testified to Congress this morning and shit her future as the AG right down her leg. Her answers were the biggest sacks of bullshit I have ever heard in congressional testimony, and like, that's all congressional testimony is known as for bullshit. She's asked about why the wrong people are redacted out of the files, and her answer was, why don't you ask Merrick Garland? It's like, bitch, Merrick Garland is an attorney general. She doesn't even understand how this fucking works, dude. Trying to point the finger at Merrick Garland. Yeah, now Merrick Garland belongs in jail, and so does Pam Bondi for fucking violating the Transparency Act. Like, she doesn't even understand what's going on here. At one point, they asked about, like, why weren't you more forthcoming in releasing these files? And she's like, have you seen the stock market? The stock market is at record highs. And it's like, what in the fuck are you talking about, bitch? The stock market? What does the stock market have to do with it? Unless you really do believe that, like, we can't release these fucking Epstein files because it's all the billionaires and the evil shit they've been doing, and it'll crash the economy and it'll hurt the stock market. Oh no, we can't hurt the stock market. I don't give a fuck about the stock market. If you gotta fucking hang everybody and crash that fucker to zero to get the fucking Satan worshiping pedophiles out of here, then that's what you gotta do, bitch. And they're like, Thomas Massey's just fucking got all these. He went and saw the unredacted files. He's got these big posters behind him, and his redactions are fucking Velcro, and he's just pulling them off, and he's asking her, he's like, you guys testified that there were no co-conspirators, and he's got the FBI files right there, and he just pulls off the redaction. He's like, that's weird. This FBI file says, here's the co-conspirators, like Les Wexner. So you just lied, bitch. That's contempt of Congress. That's perjury. Both Pam Bondi and Kash Patel are now guilty of perjury because they said that there were no co-conspirators. Remember? Oh, he didn't traffic to anybody. That's all over in the files of a lot of fucking trafficking to a lot of people. On top of that, we aren't even going to have to wait for them to be redacted because the American people, some fucking programmer kid says 30 minutes, he wrote some code, and it's already unredacting files. You cannot outsmart us. The government is not the best and the brightest among us. No, they are the most immoral and stupidest among us. We all know how the government works. It doesn't fucking work. Get on any government job site and you guarantee it's all fucked up because of fucking incompetence at some level. And this is the same fucking thing. You can't outsmart the American people. We will find the fucking truth. We don't fucking need you anymore. You lying sacks of shit. You can't fuck. This is gonna accelerate between Ian Carroll, what this kid just did to get these files unredacted. Fucking, I hope both of them have good protection. I have heard that none of these people are suicidal. Fuck off, Mr. Rooster. Fuck these fucking pedos. This is the revolution. This is gonna accelerate so fast. If Trump doesn't just dump all the files and fire these fucking idiots and get somebody in there who's gonna tell the truth, Trump is going to this is going to burn Trump to the fucking ground if he doesn't get out in front of this. But of course, where are his priorities? Meeting with BB Satan Yahoo. Yeah. And if you didn't see, Iran burned an effigy to Moloch this morning. Like, it's all over social media. Yeah. Like, Iran is like, fuck the goddamn Israel Satan worshiping pedophiles. So you can't really touch Iran. Fuck off, Mr. Rooster. Good luck to us all. This is fucking, the noticing is on fucking steroids, and I fucking love it. Burn the motherfucker to the ground. Long live the Republic.
That rooster was like Pam Bondi.
Yeah. Sounded like it. You look, you get a good look at her. She kind of looks like an egg on stilts.
Burn the corporate fiction.
Yeah, burn the corporate fiction.
Yeah.
Great honor.
Speaking of that, I got threatened today.
Oh no!
By a judge that I could go to jail for careless driving.
No way.
Yeah, I know.
What's that mean?
Well, they're trying to clamp down on anybody who has cell phones in their car, and they're trying to point. So they're going to try to get my cell phone record to see if I was actually on the phone at the time.
Yeah, it's that important to them, huh?
Yeah. They want money, dude. The fine's $500.
That much in trying to get you put in.
$5,000. Holy cow.
No, 500. That's the great.
Either way.
Yeah.
Still $500. That's half a paycheck, bro.
No kidding.
Ah, damn.
That's not careless driving. That's carefree driving.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm trying to go traveler. That's what I'm going to try to do. I wasn't
I got a
driving. I
question.
was traveling. Oh,
I got a
go ahead.
question. If you didn't wreck or if you didn't hurt anybody or if nobody got injured, why in the hell would it matter what speed you were going?
It wasn't, but I wasn't the speed. I actually did hit somebody, but I
I
wasn't
would,
because I was, yeah.
I would ask to see the records of that cop. The cop that pulled you over, was he on his phone at the same time?
Yeah. I didn't get pulled over. I actually got into a wreck. So.
Oh, okay.
And nobody got hurt.
Now it's all coming out.
Yeah.
Hey, Cubby, next time I get sued, will you come over and help me out, bro?
There you go.
No problem.
Oh, who's drinking?
That's Fabio.
Hey,
Pretty
Fabio.
sure.
I was just gonna mention it too. Damn it.
Yeah, that's who it is. I have to make sure. Sometimes it Moon doesn't quite drink as loud as him, but Peanut does. She's got those big old pit bull jowls.
Right now, Pam Bondi is testifying in front of the House Judiciary Committee, and it is not going well for her. They had some of the Epstein survivors come in. She wouldn't even look at them. Apparently, she has in front of her what is being reported to be a burn book, where she has basically segments on every Democrat there that could speak to her. And when one starts addressing her, she flips to the pages about them with like predetermined insults or like grievances that she has.
It's called a burn book, where she was trying to put burns on these people. She had like a page in this notebook for each of the people that was fucking questioning her and shit.
That's how she's handling it. That's the mature professional that she is. But I want to focus on one exchange in particular. This is Ted Lieu addressing Pam Bondi just a short while ago.
I want to discuss another man, Donald Trump, who is all over the Epstein files, like former Prince. Here's the video. Like former Prince Andrew, Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files.
I'm reclaiming my time. I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Mr. Chairman, please stop the clock.
Please
stop the clock.
The legislation. This is
ridiculous.
Whole lot of Darvo happening for Pam Bondi today. But for all her ranting and raving and trying to deflect and change the subject, in this situation, she may have actually screwed herself.
I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center, because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is on videotape. You said there's no evidence of crime. I'm showing you, here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was gonna stop a limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off. The officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately.
Sounds like perjury to me. And here's the thing, that's just one person and one report. There are multiples about that incident, about other incidents with other women and other children. There are lots of claims that came in, and from what we can tell, the DOJ has pursued none of them. So the fact that there is nothing could be a problem for her. And what Pam Bondi and others in this administration haven't seemed to wrap their head around as they spit back in the face of anyone who questions their authority or what they're doing is that they are all going to outlive that guy. From what we're seeing from Donald Trump, he may not be around that much longer. And when he's gone, there's no one to protect them. And they are going to have to face the music. The other shoe's going to drop. And some of them are literally going to be left twisting in the breeze. As far as my feelings about this situation and her today, I'll let what Ted Lieu say mirror what my own feelings are.
Epstein should rot in hell. So should the men who patronized his operation. And as we say here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
The gentleman has expired.
She's throwing herself under the bus, off. She's gonna do it. She's already perjurized herself in court. So
yeah, she has.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Question-
she's totally perjured herself.
Question is, who are they going to put in her place? We've already found out they just put someone worse. No matter who they get rid of, don't matter what party.
Every time,
it's just somebody worse than the last one. It's almost a necessity.
This is one I missed.
Americans want accountability.
Who is Chris Malin?
Was the president
he?
aware? Please stop talking. It is not your time to ask
was he?
questions. It is not your time. I'm reclaiming my time, Mr. Chair.
One second.
Time belongs to the gentlelady from Vermont.
Was the president aware of Secretary Lutnick's ties to Epstein when he chose him to lead the Department of Commerce? Was he aware?
Chris Malin was a Border Patrol agent.
Okay, so I'm going to conclude that the president, in fact, did know about his ties because he was the next door neighbor.
Shame on you.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
You're
This
from
is
a tiny,
pathetic. This
beautiful
is
state.
pathetic,
The
Mr.
committee will be
Chair.
in order.
I am not asking trick questions here. The
You got your
American
5
people
minutes.
have a right to know the answers to this. These are senior officials in the Trump administration. This is not a game, Secretary.
I'm Attorney General.
My apologies, I couldn't tell.
Good night, Janusz.
Americans want accountability.
Who is Chris?
Like, oh,
Ain't that some shit? She goes on about some other shit that ain't got nothing to do with anything. She's not there to be asking any fucking questions. What the hell is that? Just right off trying to. Oh, I'd like to see her and Craig McNeil debate.
there you go. That'd be a good one.
That would be fucking hilarious, man.
Do you see your hand in front of your face? Do you see your hand in front? No, you don't see your hand in front of your face. It's all refracted, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, this was bad, man.
So they get rid of Bondi. Who are they going to put? Oh, cross-eyed Cash. Is that who they're going to put in? There
Oh
you go.
God, no! I think Cash is gonna go.
Yeah.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire, right?
Yeah.
I think you'd have to be an attorney to be an attorney general, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd have to be.
Yes.
Cash Patel's just a bug-eyed podcaster that they elevated to this position somehow.
They seem to not really care what your qualifications are these days, or ever really.
Well, it's like I said before, the only person that Trump has ever hired that was qualified to do her job was Stormy Daniels. Okay.
So they're trying to ride on public opinion. They hope that they're going to sway the public opinion by making everybody rich. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's going to change all that. Yeah.
Maybe that youngest Trump kid is a clone.
You know, somebody said that. Deborah said something about that. Deborah Clark. She said something about that the other day, that maybe he's one of these designer kids that Epstein was working on. They were, you know, you want blue eyes, you want this, that, and the other.
Well, he's definitely taller than Dad, isn't he?
He's a Nephilim, man.
Taller than a lot of people.
Yeah, he is.
Freak of nature.
The Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about.
Yeah, who cares if kids are being trafficked and raped and shit, man?
Yep.
Everybody's making money.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should.
Yeah, like how about making them safe from, you know, satanic pedophile rings and shit? That would be cool.
Yeah.
Be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan.
Wow.
That's what I meant earlier. That's what I meant
She sound-
earlier about when she took a swipe at Raskin there about the stock trading, how they're all just laughing at you. It's like, oh, it's almost like you're the DOJ and you could be going after that kind of thing.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you don't, because you're all
But
in on it.
didn't she sound like when like big tech comes on, or like those people come on the panel? It's like you could ask them stuff that they just obfuscate and say all kinds of weird stuff. It's almost like the panel verse, I guess you'd call it.
That Trump derangement syndrome they keep talking about. Sky News has been pushing that for like the last year. Like any lefty that loses it, and they're a little, oh, they suffer from Trump derangement syndrome.
That's
Well,
been
then you've
going on
got
since his first administration.
Yeah. And then you've got the other side, which is also called TDS, which is Trump dick sucking.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, and there was some of that there today. You know, there was some like MAGA members of that panel that came on there and said, you know, you're doing such a wonderful job and you're very brave to come up here and testify and blah, 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 you know. And I was like, bah, you know, shut up. Shut up.
You know, Washington is nothing but a criminal organization to begin with. So
That's what DC stands for, District of Criminals. It is. It's a cesspool. The whole fucking city is a cesspool. I'm sorry if anybody that lives there, but you know, get out while you can.
Well, I agree with you.
You've turned the people's.
I can't. This guy, Jamie Raskin, he's so fucking Jewy.
Rat skin.
Yeah, rat skin.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
fucking Jewy. He's all the time wearing that little beanie in there and shit too. But he ripped on her today, man, hard.
You've turned the People's Department of Justice into Trump's instrument of revenge. Trump orders up prosecutions like pizza, and you deliver every time. He tells you to go after James Comey, Letitia James, Lisa Cook, and Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve Board, and members of Congress like Adam Schiff, Mark Kelly, Alyssa Slotkin, Chrissy Houlihan, Jason Crow, Chris DeLuzio, and Maggie Goodlander, to name a few, and you snap to it. You replace real prosecutors with counterfeit stooges who robotically do the president's bidding. Nothing in American history comes close to this complete corruption of the justice function and contamination of federal law enforcement. And the good news is many serious lawyers at DOJ, including some of your own original appointees, have refused your lawless orders. Danielle Sassoon, your original pick for acting U.S. Attorney in Manhattan, resigned rather than follow your corrupt order to quash an indictment against Mayor Eric Adams as a political favor from Donald Trump. A Federalist Society member who clerked for Justice Scalia, U.S. Attorney Sassoon refused to participate in this blatantly corrupt scheme. Her top assistant, Hagan Scotton, an Iraqi war vet and two-time Bronze Star recipient who clerked for Chief Justice Roberts and then Judge Kavanaugh, promptly resigned too, writing to your office, quote, I expect you will eventually find someone who is enough of a fool or enough of a coward to file your motion, but it was never going to be me. You and the president nominated Eric Siebert, a 15-year career prosecutor, to be your U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia. But after 5 months of investigating Letitia James and James Comey, he found no evidence to justify criminal charges. So you forced him out. You replaced him with Lindsay Halligan, Trump's personal lawyer from the Mar-a-Lago documents case, who had zero prosecutorial experience and no qualifications. And then you were humiliated when a federal judge found that this corrupt appointment was blatantly unlawful and threw out Halligan's indictments entirely. And grand juries of American citizens have repeatedly rejected your vendettas and baseless indictments brought by the hacks left at DOJ now, with 2 different grand juries in Virginia voting down indictments against Letitia James in a single week. And just yesterday, another grand jury shut down your vendetta factory by rejecting indictments against the 6 members of Congress who had spoken out to remind all service members that they have a duty to refuse illegal orders. You tried to get a grand jury to indict 6 members of Congress who were veterans of our armed forces on charges of seditious conspiracy simply for exercising their First Amendment rights. I hope you will heed the wisdom and the constitutional patriotism of those grand jurors and not try it again by doubling down on that humiliation. As your best lawyers are sacked for having participated in the January 6th case or just flee for the exits now, your new lawyers keep lying in court. In dozens of cases, they've been excoriated for lying to federal judges. Chief Judge Boasberg, right here in DC, suggested your Department of Justice perpetrated a fraud on the court. Other judges found your statements to be, quote, inexplicably misleading, patently incredible, totally inconsistent, and so disingenuous that the court is left with little confidence that the government can be trusted to tell the truth about anything.
Jesus, you've got attorneys quitting because of her bullshit. You got courts rejecting her shit because of its bullshit. You know, that's that right there. Those people that she went after.
I gotta go real quick. Sorry.
Those senators that she went after with that shit. Just her going after him is conspiracy to deprive rights under color of law. Yeah. That's what is that US 18 USC 241 or 242. One is the actual doing it, and the one is the conspiring to do it. Yeah. Both of them are punishable by death, though. So that would be fun.
Well, you got to remember the Dow soft.
Oh yeah, well the Dow, the S&P, everything is going good. It's
all thumbs up, buddy. Yeah, we're good to go. My 401k is getting bigger by the moment.
Let me see here. Okay.
If it wasn't for adrenochrome, your 401k would be crashing.
You know?
Yeah. I know. Jeez.
This is crazy. Elon Musk's brother. What's up?
Was Elon Musk's brother having a gay relationship with Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh,
let's talk about it, because this email is incredibly damning and deeply disturbing. Up top, that's Kimball Musk, Elon Musk's blood brother. And I'm going to make a whole nother video about this, but Kimball was extremely close to Jeffrey Epstein, and I'm talking really close. But we have to examine this email. So this email was released by the DOJ. You can find this in the Epstein files. I'm just going to read this to you in full. April 26, 2013. Kimball Musk writes to Jeffrey Epstein, "Hey, sorry I was in such a bummed out mood last night. The load of everything around me has been so intense and seems to just get bigger. Yesterday was super sad losing Manhattan, frowny face. It's still soon for Jen, and that causes me stress. I have the awful insanity of Kayla. How that is going to affect Stella terrifies me every minute. And now I have my sister living with me. I don't think I'm being very fair to you as well, and it is weighing me down. I want to have time for you, but at the end of each day, I just want to pass out, and then I don't sleep. It's a wonderful routine. Winky face. We know how much we like each other, but I am just not able to do a real relationship right now. Would you be up for going back a step to just dating?" I'm going to break the third wall here. This is between Kimball Musk sent directly to Jeffrey Epstein. Would you be up for going back a step to just dating? He's saying this to Jeffrey Epstein. But Kimball continues writing, "We would see each other on weekends when we can and focus it on fun stuff. Bringing you into my drama can't be fun for you, and it isn't healthy for me either. I could tell you were sad that you couldn't join me in Boulder, but honestly, I don't think I could handle staying relaxed with you in town. Thoughts? XOXO." Just crazy. "I hope you still come to LA. I will dedicate Sunday to you so that we have some quality time together. Smile, K." So this email came from Kimball Musk and was clearly sent to Jeffrey Epstein. But what does this really mean? Well, we know based on some of the emails and the messages found within the emails that Kimball Musk was set up with women through Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein actually set him up with various girls. But did Epstein have some sort of a bisexual relationship with Kimball Musk on the side? I mean, the wording there, you cannot ignore. Kimball is actually stating not only the XOXO, but directly saying, would you be okay with going back a step to just dating? I mean, it's truly bizarre stuff. When you get into the world of billionaires and billionaire brothers like the Musks, everything is just strange. And people like you and I, we don't understand how these people operate and how these people live. But let's say that this is true and Kimball was dating the pedophile pimp that supplied him with women to be used and then dumped and was having sex with the pimp of the women. It would really just be another day in the world of oligarchs and the ultra wealthy elites. But I'll keep you guys updated on the situation as we find out more.
He was like into some Caligula type shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got two titles for you: Brokeback Ranch and Brokeback Island.
I thought that was Bruce Banner.
What the fuck was this guy doing, man? So that's a new one. Elon Musk's brother. And I just did a search on the jmail.world, which is all the emails compiled together like an email box. And I just, in the search email, I put in Kimball Musk, and it said there's page 1 of 50, or it's there's 50 emails on the first page of 1,574. Some are two other people, but it might be in the regarding, people wanting his cell number. What else we got? Boris. Who the fuck is Boris? Yeah, there's one from Leslie Groff asking about Kimball Musk, and maybe Boris to come a bit late. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get into those and see. There might be interesting to find out they're having some kind of a sausage fest or some shit, you know? What the fuck? Dude, this is who's running this outfit, man. This is who's running this, you know?
Yep. Did you see that? I know you didn't watch the Super Bowl, but they made that was Ritz Crackers made that like mocking basically like Ritz Island, where all the stars and stuff hung out and went to this island. Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
I'll have to pull that up. I'll look for it here.
So here was some crazy shit. This is what I was talking about earlier, where they was burning these effigies.
This is another one of those videos where we're probably going to get a little bit uncomfortable, and you're probably not going to feel comfortable sharing this. And I understand, because I definitely wasn't the first time that I heard this story. But I need to explain why the protesters in Iran, you see them burning this statue of Moloch. And I need to explain why they're burning the statue of Moloch, and then how I came to this realization and this information that I'm about to share with you guys. So this was about a year ago when I first started to research World War II, and I first started going down the rabbit hole of who was Hitler, you know, what was this man about? And you start getting some of his speeches that were translated from, you know, German into English, and you hear the words that this man is saying, and you're like, wow.
Then came the decline of our culture, these mounds of contamination of our entire cultural life, the decomposition of our literature, the poisoning of our theater, of our movie theaters. All the art is now falling for it. Millions of Germans no longer participate any longer. It does not appeal to them anymore. This art was not born from our people. It is foreign to us and will remain foreign. That has nothing to do with the German character and did not come from our soul. It was imposed on our people by a subversive press, which made it acceptable. And parallel to this, already the assault begins against the education of our children's brains. The tearing out all the memories of our German past, the insult to all the great men of our people, the removal of its memory from the hearts and brain out of the German youth.
So I started to join a few of the JQ radio spaces, just questions. We're just asking questions, and we want some answers too, but we're not allowed to answer those questions because it's anti-Semitic, right? So in this Twitter space, people are sharing intel, and then one person gets the mic, goes by the name of 1984, and he goes, yeah, you know, I'm just sick of these, you know, rabbis. They suck bloody baby penis and blah, 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 blah. And he goes on this rant about how rabbis suck bloody baby penis. And I instantly jump into the DMs. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, dude, I like a lot about what you say, but when you say shit like that, man, you just push people like me so far away because it's fucking crazy, man. Like saying shit like that just so much to hurt the truth and the movement from coming out. And he's like, bro, he's like, I know you're new to this, but what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, dude, you just said that the rabbis suck bloody baby penis. He goes, it's in their Talmud. I'm like, what the hell is a Talmud? He's like, dude, it's their version of the Bible. And then boom, starts hitting me with scripture after scripture after scripture from this thing that's their Bible. And I'm like, what in the hell? I know there's some crazy stuff in our Bible, but this was like demonic stuff. Like, it's okay for one of God's chosen people to rape a 3-year-old girl because it's also a death sentence. But it's not a death sentence for them. It's a death sentence for the little girl because it was her fault that one of God's chosen people was sexually turned on and attracted to her and raped her, okay? So he sends me this video. Check this out.
Metzitza B'Peh is an ancient Jewish Talmudic blood ritual in which a Mohel rabbi uses his mouth to suck the blood from a baby's penis directly after it has been circumcised. This satanic
You're muted, Seth.
I'm gonna skip past this real quick because you get the
thank you.
idea.
I put that link
ritual
in the
has
back.
been performed for thousands of years and is still practiced up until this very day on thousands of newborn babies.
Yeah, man.
This ritual has caused the death of many infants due to the
Now I can go back.
transmission of the herpes virus that gets passed down from the rabbi to the baby. In spite of all the potential danger to the baby and its sick and twisted nature, it is still performed daily across the globe, and it is rigorously defended by the Jewish community.
Okay, so what you just watched there is a ritual called a mitzvah. 8 days, a mitzvah buffet, and I'm probably slaughtering the name of that. 8 days after a Jewish child is born, a boy, he goes into the synagogue. I can't even say that word, right? Because right now on X, if you say the words SOS, synagogue, blank, blank, if you say that terminology, the video is going to get labeled or the tweet will get labeled as hate speech. So if you literally quote the Bible on X right now, do it. Go quote any Bible verse where Jesus talks about the SOS and see what happens to your tweet instantly flagged and labeled as hate speech. Okay. So these people have amassed so much control because they are terrified of the truth coming out. Now, Moloch is who they were sacrificing children to. That's what these people believe. They don't believe just in sacrificing children. They believe in sacrificing our children, taking their blood, putting it into Passover, into their bread and eating it. So when you heard the terminology like a blood libel, and I don't even want to say it too loud on here because I feel like it's going to get censored, this is all coming out of their scripture. And it's dark and it's demonic and it's evil. So when you see the people in Iran out in the streets burning these statues, they're burning them to defile their God. Their God is Satan. They worship Remphan. It's not the Star of David, it's the Star of Remphan. Okay? That's what Jesus used to lock Satan in. And that's what these people believe in. That's who they worship. I know you might not want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it at first. But if you just Google how many babies have died from contracting the herpes virus in New York City after a rabbi performed a ritual, you will see. Get on Grok and search. Children dies after contracting herpes from rabbi and see what comes up on your search results. It's dark, it's demonic. I didn't want to share this video. I know it's going to make you very uncomfortable, but ignoring the fact that we are at war only does a disservice to yourself. Once you wake up and realize that there's a very small group of people who don't only want to kill us, they want to kill our children, and they want to chemically castrate our children. And you start to realize that every dark demonic force in every one of these rabbit holes, doesn't matter if it's Epstein, doesn't matter if it's the Franklin scandal, doesn't matter if it's COVID-19, doesn't matter if it's the vaccine, doesn't matter if it's who controls the FDA and the Food and Drug Administration, doesn't matter who's controlling our military and allowing the geoengineering to take place in our skies, who's poisoning our waters, who's putting the fluoride in our water, who put the fluoride in our children's toothpaste. It's always them. And I have a feeling if you figured out who put the lead into our children's Lunchables and then got our government to pass a law that made Lunchables an eligible choice to be served on our children's food menu at school, I have a feeling you're going to figure out exactly who was behind it. So call me what you want to call me an anti-Semite, call me a lot of things, but you ain't going to call me a liar. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. We out.
I'm gonna message him and tell him that that new microphone of his sucks. He's got one.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
He's got one.
I was going to say that if Cubby would have just said it's fake and whispered it, they wouldn't have age restricted your video.
Right? What the
That
fuck?
guy saying, I got to say it soft. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
For entertainment purposes only.
That's
I put
it.
that link in the back whenever you get a shot if you feel like it.
All right. Yeah, so I got a little song for y'all. And it's not Taste the Biscuit. Unless y'all want to hear a little Taste the Biscuit, we can do that.
We beat the biscuit to death.
We beat the biscuit.
Do it. Do it.
Hang on. Maybe I might. You never know when it's going to pop up. You never know.
I'm curious about Ghislaine Maxwell because everybody calls her Epstein's girlfriend, like she was just some lady who was dating the wrong guy. But according to the victim, she was the one running in Virginia. Jeffrey said Epstein was Pinocchio, but Ghislaine was Geppetto. She was the one pulling the strings. So her dad was Robert Maxwell, British media mogul, owned newspapers, owned publishing companies. And when he died in 1991, he fell off his yacht in the Canary Islands. And 6 heads of Israeli intelligence showed up to his funeral, which is a completely normal amount of spies at a book publisher's funeral. He was buried on the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem with the state ceremony. The prime minister gave a eulogy calling him a hero. After he died, it came out he'd stolen 400 million pounds from his employees' pension fund, and he'd been selling bug surveillance software called Promise for the CIA and Mossad. So that's Dad. Now here's what's interesting about the sisters, because this isn't just Ghislaine. Isabel became president of an Israeli tech security company and basically became the bridge between Israel's government and Silicon Valley. Close friends with former Mossad directors. And while she was running Israeli companies that, quote, protect children online, her little sister was trafficking them. The twin Christine co-founded a company called Chiliad that built the FBI search engine after 9/11, letting them search across CIA and NSA databases. And Isabel's son got a job at the State Department under Hillary Clinton. I just think that's a lot of intelligence work for one family of book publishers. So Ghislaine moves to New York right after her dad dies. And within a year, she's with Epstein. And victims testified she wasn't just present, she was the one who found the girls, groomed them, told them it was normal. She would be warm and maternal, and then she'd be in the room while it happened. One victim said the damage followed Virginia into adulthood, into her sleep, into every relationship. Virginia fought for 25 years. She sued Epstein, she sued Maxwell, she sued Prince Andrew. She told her story over and over to people who didn't believe her. She died by suicide last April at 41. 3 kids, and yesterday her brother stood in front of Congress and read Ghislaine her last words. Trapped in a cage forever, just like you trapped your victims. And Ghislaine sat there on video from a minimum security prison camp in Texas, where she gets custom meals delivered to her cell and private gym time. And a whistleblower said staffer, quote, sick of having to be Maxwell's bitch. She got moved there right after Trump's former personal lawyer, who is now the deputy AG, interviewed her for 2 days. And she said very nice things about the president, didn't take the fifth with him, answered every question. But yesterday when Congress asked her the same question, she took the fifth on all of them, every single one. And her lawyer said she'll talk if the president gives her clemency. She'll clear Trump and Clinton both. So she's not offering testimony, she's offering a deal. I'll say what you want if you let me out. And a convicted child sex trafficker is in a country club prison getting concierge service because she told the president's lawyer he's innocent. And the woman who spent 25 years fighting her is dead. I'm just curious, who exactly is being protected here? Because it doesn't look like the children.
It's a long song without a hook. I think you're muted.
It's kind of like the like grammar rock. Remember that?
Yeah, no, I was like, there ain't no hook here. Just keeps going.
No, just keeps going like some kind of a punk rock song or something. But that's pretty cool. There's somebody who talked to Ted Lieu after the hearings.
Taiwo. School me, Taiwo.
Welcome to Shitty Walk.
What's your reaction to Pam Bondi and her testimony so far in the hearing?
Pam Bondi lied under oath. She said there was no evidence of wrongdoing in the Epstein files of Donald Trump. That's just a lie. There's multiple documents that show wrongdoing of Donald Trump. I showed her one. A witness had called in the FBI's National Threat Operations Center and reported evidence of a crime committed by Donald Trump, and no one at the Department of Justice interviewed that witness. That's just one example of Pam Bondi lying under oath. And the fact remains that as of today, there are over 1,000 acknowledged victims of Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking operation. Pam Bondi has not held a single man accountable. That is ludicrous, shameful, and if she had any decency, she should resign.
And what kind of accountability could Pam Bondi face for lying under oath?
First of all, she should prosecute the people that abuse and rape these women. And then, you know, I believe she lied under oath. It's all captured on videotape. I encourage people to watch it, look at what she said, and then look at the actual documents and Epstein files. There are direct allegations of wrongdoing by Donald Trump. So she just flat out lied under oath.
Could she face any consequences for that, for lying to Congress?
She should. Now, I don't imagine she's going to prosecute herself.
Right.
But a future Department of Justice could certainly prosecute people who lied under oath to Congress.
Now, would you like to try the number 2?
Yeah, you like sesame chicken? Yes.
Oh, the accent. It's his teeth, I think. The way he holds his mouth. He got that talk.
I come for the golden child.
we got a new menu at Shitty Walk.
Oh, thank you for coming to Shitty Walk. Remember when they had they were doing the gentrification projects in South Park, in those areas?
Yeah.
All those people, oh look, quaint poor people. Look, you know, they're like, get those people out of our fucking yard. What are you doing?
Oh, do you remember when they went to the Museum of Racism?
Yes, that was hilarious. And here we see the
Pedro.
stereotypical lazy Mexican. Oh, sorry, senor, I was a siesta. And he starts laughing on the floor. I'm like, fuck. They're just not afraid to go anywhere.
No, they're not.
Not afraid at all. All right, hang on a second. I got something.
Well, they might be now that they've been bought out by Paramount.
Oh, no.
I'm kind of curious of why they had a "Please help keep the floor, the lobby floor dry" sign behind that guy.
Yeah, there was.
What?
Behind the Shitty Walk.
Oh, yeah.
You talking about behind Ted Lieu?
Ted Lieu, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What was that?
It's like, "Please help keep the lobby floor dry."
He reminds me a little bit of Steve Martin in that far
It's all
left.
the slime off the
Oh,
lizard.
yeah. Well, like wipe your feet and knock them off and shit. They're asking because that's a marble floor in there, man.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
start getting slippery, man. And
They need
people are
somebody to
walking
clean the
through out
lizard
there.
slime.
Yeah, we've had some warm weather after all that snow, so that snow's melting and there's slush and shit everywhere. People are getting it on their feet. We went out there to that house today to set those doors, and God, I had to be careful where I stepped because it was like fucking mud everywhere, you know, and you still couldn't avoid it. I'd have to go over to where there was some snow. Oh, it was really cool. I went up to this morning. It was cold, a little cold enough that the snow, I could still walk on top of it.
Ooh.
So I took this. Well, you didn't really have a choice. You're just walking on top of it. So I was taking this cord up the hill to this power pole, and I got about halfway up the hill, and all of a sudden I just fucking slipped, and I started sliding on my feet, and I was like twirling around in a circle, and I finally fucking fell right on my ass and shit. My glasses went flying. I was right in the snow, and I was like, fuck.
It's like
Well, the worst part was is I brought the cord back with me. It would have been easier if I'd have just left the cord up there. Then I could have just gone back to where I was and continued going because I was almost there. Yeah, I tied it around it this time though. Fuck.
Yeah. By the way, I did floor maintenance on like granite, marble and stuff. That is it does get really slick, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But it's shiny.
Yeah, it looks nice.
You can almost get an upskirt. I mean,
Isn't going to be a long video. It almost
Roger's sitting at the mall
yeah
during lunch hour.
Yeah.
Wait for the young girls to walk by, pitching quarters into the middle of the aisle. So they'll
Yeah, we're on to you.
Yeah.
Ching.
isn't going to be a long video. It almost seems like this is too wild for anybody to even make up. There was a Nerds commercial that played during the Super Bowl 60. And one of the characters in that Nerds commercial, the main character, looks a lot like Jeffrey Epstein. Here you have Jeffrey Epstein on the left, and you have the Nerds character on the right. But it goes even further than this, guys. Let me just show you and remind you that, yeah, give them bread and circuses, and they shall never revolt. Let me show you this ad. I'm going to have to break it up in segments because I don't know what the copyright limitations are on this, and I want as many people as possible to see this. But there are two main characters. There's the Jeffrey Epstein character, and then there's what initially looks like at first I thought it was going to be the Kool-Aid guy because, you know, he's got the Kool-Aid looking hand. Oh, yeah. And I'm thinking this is just a mockery ritual where they know that that Jeffrey Epstein did some really bad things, but we're going to place him or a lookalike in this commercial. And we know you're drinking the Kool-Aid and there's nothing you can do about it. You're going to continue to support the current left versus right paradigm lie. But it even gets worse in this commercial right here. They walk into this, they go, hey, let's go do something. Let's see what they just said. The Kool-Aid guy, the Nerds guy says this.
Whoa, you're juicy and mega now? We got to show the world a new you.
We got to show the world a new you. So they go into this dressing room right here. They get the tape measure on him so they can fit him with something. This guy starts wearing a suit as he's drinking Nerds, but the Kool-Aid guy, the red Nerds guy, all of a sudden gets covered with what looks like body parts. And I know it's supposed to be body parts of these little Nerds animals, but when you see this close up of him standing next to him and saying, "How delicious are we?"
How delicious are we?
Look at this. It looks like it's body parts of little people, little kids. So you got a Jeffrey Epstein looking character. You got people just drinking the Kool-Aid. That's my interpretation of this. And then the Nerds guy gets covered with, you know, call it what you want. It's body parts. It's body parts of Nerds, but it's body parts. Doing a high five with Jeffrey Epstein. In the last segment of this Super Bowl ad, they're walking down the Hollyweird, pedo-weird red carpet. All with a smug look on his face. If this isn't some kind of mockery ritual, I don't know what is. Why would they pick a guy that looks this much like the pedo monster everybody and their brother is talking about these days? You know, the guy who had the pedo island, complete with his own private pedo temple, and then come to find out that the powers that shouldn't be mock us even more by creating another Super Bowl ad called Ritz Island, as they're already mocking us with a Jeffrey Epstein lookalike and a character covered with body parts walking down a red Hollyweird carpet. I'm just going to play little bits of this right here.
Another day, another Ritz party. Why didn't they invite us?
Well, we're salty. We hate parties, mingling, yapping.
They do have all the Ritz crackers, though.
All these rich people just laughing it up, having a great party on Ritz Island. So you got Ritz Island, Jeffrey Epstein's lookalike, a giant red monster covered with what looks like body parts, as the Jeffrey Epstein character says, "How delicious are we?" It all just seems like one big sick mockery joke. But hey, maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you want to support this channel, you can do it for free. Just like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. But most importantly, understand that the government is the psychopathic, parasitic, narcissistic, lying, thieving, criminal gang you thought would take the place of a government you still think is here to protect and serve you. Makes a whole lot of sense. I'll see you in the next video.
I don't know, man.
Weird nonetheless.
It is very weird. Timing.
Yeah.
The timing.
Yeah, they could have made that anytime.
That was delicious, though. I'm telling you. It's made me want to eat some Nerds.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. What the fuck are Nerds?
Candy.
They're sour
Oh,
candy.
Those little being tiny, whatever. I don't know what the little sugar bits, basically.
They're sweet
But
and sour,
the
you know.
the guy who's
Oh yeah, okay, I remember those now.
the guy who is Andy Cohen, right?
Uh,
That looks like
Ooh.
Epstein in the show.
One of the Coen
commercial.
brothers? Huh.
What? No, not
No, he's not a Coen brother. Oh.
Not those Coen brothers. But the name, you know.
Didn't they transition?
I don't know. Where do you get these?
I'm dead serious, dude. That like they actually aren't that the guys that wrote The Matrix?
The Coen brothers, they're the ones that did Dumb and Dumber, right?
Okay, yeah. That's who are the guys that did? There's two brothers that did The Matrix. Who were they?
The Wachowskis.
Yeah, they transitioned. They
Oh.
literally did. Yeah, that's nuts. But yeah, they're like Bren dudes.
Bren dude.
Who was that freak that was up here before I got on?
I don't know.
The zombie Aaron or whatever.
Oh, the guy with the thing on his head?
Whatever was going on.
Yeah, it was like some kind of a light. I was like,
that's gotta go.
From what? The 1800s? You know?
Yeah, things are getting weird, so I'm telling you.
I don't know, man. They come from all over the place, man. They're trying to trick you. Never forget that.
They're trying to trick you into thinking we can shut down this whole machine if we just cut the right wire,
He knew everybody that was very powerful.
forcing us to sift through the most horrific crimes imaginable, searching for that one missing link that leads to the top of the food chain. It's the red one? It's the blue one. I mean, they're saying they just met the guy socially. She says she just met him socially. He just met him socially.
To be honest, like if you're not in those files, it would be an insult because it just means that you were a bit of a loser.
But we already have all the proof we need. Sometimes the best hiding place is right in front of our face. In the 1860s, when Thomas Nast first drew that cartoon of an elephant and a donkey representing the Republicans and Democrats, he was telling us this was a circus, a sideshow. We don't need to look into the Epstein files to see how the blue wires and the red wires all connect to the white and blue ones. Tad Stormer outlined in a paragraph our history of Epstein Islands. We don't have just one or two, we have hundreds, if not thousands of them. He says you can visit them, follow them online, buy their merch, read their books that celebrate their histories. They're called Mount Vernon, Monticello. America is an Epstein Island. And every election, regardless of which wire was plugged in, did that military-industrial complex shrink? Did the corporate monopolies weaken? Did a single architect of the Iraq invasion, of that torture program, ever go to prison? When they collapsed the banking system, did any of those executives ever spend a day in jail? Was a single billionaire's crimes ever exposed? We've been programmed to have a hypnotic response to colors. Why would this machine ever allow its chosen representatives to hold anyone to account? This circus is not a sideshow. It's a cage, and there's only one wire that needs to be cut, and that's the one that's connected to the back of our heads. Because we're the batteries, feeding it. All our tax money, our consumer spending, our credit card debt, our mortgages, our car payments, our entire lives indebted and in servitude to an Epstein class. And this machine, this iron trap, is a ticking time bomb. To shut it down, we have to stop looking inside the cage and unplug it from the back of our heads. Never use Amazon again. Never buy another Apple product. De-Google. Take as much money as you can out of the big banks. Put it into credit unions. Only support small businesses as much as possible. Start using cash as much as possible. And step by step, we can shut down this contraption that was designed in the 1700s for extraction, exploitation, and permanent war. You want to vote effectively? Replace every single person inside this machine with a human being who is completely free from corporate money, who has a vision. What's the vision? Nothing that's mainstreamed into the back of our heads by a corporate cable. The vision was the one laid out by Albert Einstein, George Orwell, Carl Sagan, Dr. King. All three branches of the religion of Abraham: Aristotle, Plato, Buddha, St. Nicholas, Mr. Rogers, and Ms. Rachel. It's not complicated. Everything in this universe is temporary. If you remember science class, you remember the second law of thermodynamics. Everything is decaying. All the money that we'll ever make, everything that we build, it's all castles made of ice that will melt. All that will remain is the content. Was it good? Did it lift us up? Did it make life better for our human family and all our children? That's all that matters.
Well, I can take the globe out of that.
Wow.
We can do it, y'all.
Yeah.
We just got to get people to pull their fucking heads out of their asses, you know, if that's possible. That's a big if.
I stand corrected, Roger. The Farley brothers did Dumb and Dumber. Coen brothers did like Big Lebowski and Raising Arizona and all those.
Oh, I showed you the MAGA guy.
Pull your head out of your bum.
Yes. Realize, man.
Oh, that sounds like anarchy.
And see, you got to get out of this thing about got to wait somebody else to do it. What we're talking about is not supporting these fucking people. Everybody just stop. You know, and they say, oh, well, this guy's running against that guy. I don't give a fuck. I ain't listening to them no how. You know, I don't give a fuck. Let them sit up there in that little marble palace and argue with each other and shit. Fuck all of them, man. Tell you one thing. If opportunity arises, I'm taking a vampire out, man. That's all. I mean, this is some bullshit. Apparently, Abraham Lincoln did not defeat them all.
Save your garlic.
Yeah, man. Well, it makes sense. Garlic in the blood, you know, it comes out of your pores. You know, if you eat enough garlic, you can smell it on somebody, right? Maybe it makes their blood not taste good. Maybe it spoils that magic that it has for them.
That was supposed to be good for your heart.
What's that? Oh,
I just thought it was supposed to be good for your heart.
I've heard that, but that was told to us by a governmental agency, so it's probably not. You know, I mean, whatever they say, you can just pretty much think it's the opposite of that.
Yeah. Garlic.
What I'm about to say, without exaggeration, will be the worst thing you've ever heard in your entire life. Hard trigger warning. So the Epstein files allege that they were trafficking newborn babies who were birthed by the young girls who were already being trafficked and assaulted by Epstein's clients, and that they were purposefully starving these babies so that they would suck harder. You can fill in the blanks with that one. Now, this is consistent with that situation involving the UCLA professor who was just fired for telling Jeffrey Epstein in an email that newborns would suck on a pacifier more vigorously if you played an audio of their mother's or father's voice. Now, my question to you is not if what I just said made you uncomfortable, but if what I just said, along with everything else you've read from the Epstein files, makes you uncomfortable enough to do something about it. This man trafficked children to the most powerful elites on planet Earth, from princes to presidents. These people dictate nearly every facet of our lives, where our taxes go, how much we pay for goods, how laws are written, what topics dominate our news feeds, what content pops up on our social media, how narratives are shaped and structured. And y'all just want to keep moseying on about your day like a hamster on a goddamn wheel, spinning the same narratives that they've been feeding us for decades? Because we knew about this shit for years. We knew Trump was in the Epstein files for years. Why did half the country vote for him? If anything good can come from this atrocity, it's that now maybe more people could finally come to understand that this country is not what we thought it was. We got the files. Now we need arrests and convictions. And then maybe we can actually try to build this nation into what it was supposed to be. Not with monsters like this in charge.
Not going to have it. It's not going to happen that way, man. It's just not going to happen that way. This was crazy. I did feel like this when I was watching this. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe this exchange. This is like what I saw when I first turned on this thing today. It was the first thing I saw.
You know, with this anti-Semitic culture right now, she voted against a resolution condemning.
Oh,
the
is
river-
Jewish. I just want to be clear.
Oh,
Do you want to go there, Attorney General? Or do you want to go there? Are you serious? Talking about anti-Semitism to a woman who lost her grandfather in the Holocaust? Really?
Committee will be in order. Talk to Jared Wise about anti-Semitism.
And that smug look on her fucking face. That's what got me with her, man.
But why did they drag the Holocaust in?
What's that?
Why did they drag the Holocaust?
Your sound is really bad. Nobody can hear you.
Now, hold on. See if I can change that.
Oh yeah, that was interesting, Jay. Here she was coming out of the fucking hearing today.
Will you meet with survivors after this? Will you meet with the survivors after this? Do you believe the redactions were done?
Tina Peters.
Attorney General Bondi, when are we going to see some high-profile arrests for Russiagate, for Arctic Cross, for the Biden auto patent scandal? You know, President Trump has been calling for arrests on all these issues, yet the Department of Justice hasn't done anything. Attorney General Bondi.
See how she's got this like square of guards around her so nobody can get to her?
Attorney General.
Attorney General Bondi, what do you think of the Virginia governor rescinding cooperation with ICE?
You're right, Saab. She looks like an egg with stilts on.
Dude, I don't understand what the fuck, man. I'm so tired of these people that are supposed to be employed by us acting like they're fucking superior to us. Who does that bitch actually think she is? I can't stand that when motherfucker thinks they're better than you for something. I can't stand that.
Conceit? Yeah.
Oh, this is pretty bad. I don't know. Let me see what it sounds like. Oh, yeah. This is out there, too.
The video I'm about to show you is probably going to make you sick to your stomach. It made me sick to my stomach. This is one of the ones, and even I've been doing the child trafficking stuff for the last 4 years, and this one's tough for me to watch. But before I let you in on this, I need to show you this video of Pam Bondi. She just had a complete meltdown in front of Congress when she was asked about the Epstein files because she knows exactly what she's covering up. Check out this video from Pam Bondi.
Did you ask Merrick Garland that the last 4 years? Did you talk about Epstein?
I'm reclaiming
at all
my
the
time.
last
I'm
4
glad you're
years?
asking about Merrick Garland.
You don't get to reclaim
because
time
this
when
is
you don't-
bigger than
when you can't-
Watergate.
when I don't answer a question the
This
way you
goes
want.
over 4 administrations. You don't have to go back to Biden. Let's go back to Obama. Let's go back to George Bush. This cover-up spans decades, and you are responsible for this portion of it.
And that's
Now,
where the
I want to know at what
Merrick-
point did the FBI and the DOJ decide that Lex Wessner was not a co-conspirator? Because our Epstein Files Transparency Act requires you, please put it back on the screen, please, to release the internal decision about whether to prosecute him or not. And it's not in the files, and it's not in the files for any of these other men.
Time of the gentleman has expired.
May she answer?
And he's a hypocrite because he voted against the ban that we were talking about on deep fake AI porn. Only 2 people voted against it, and you were one of them, hypocrite.
Now I'm going to ask you to brace yourself. I know it's going to be uncomfortable and you might not want to share this video, but people ask me every day, Ryan, how did you spend the last 4 years investigating child trafficking? And how does it not just tear you up on the inside? It absolutely does. This shit eats me alive every single day. But when I watch videos like this, I know, I can see, I can feel the pain that those poor little children are suffering, and nobody else was coming for them, so I did.
Dites-moi d'où il vient, enfin je saurai où je vais. Maman dit que lorsqu'on cherche bien,
So the part that the average person is going to overlook in this video is the demonstration that's being put on. You are looking at clientele being shown merchandise. You can tell by the row of adults. You can see right there in the bottom right of this corner. Look for the adults. Watch the fact that there are adults watching this take place, and one of them is filming it. A sexual predator will repeat offend 100% of the time. Once you become a pedophile, once you become a rapist, you will repeat offend anytime given the opportunity. The average predator rapes 1 to 3 new victims per year, the average serial rapist. When you are an elite predator and you have an unlimited access to women and children, you're probably talking about 50 to 100 a year. That was like Jimmy Savile. So just imagine there's 1,000 people on Epstein's list. Each one of them has the ability to rape 50 to 100 people a year, and our government's covered it up.
Mm-hmm.
Pam Bondi.
Maybe that's why the S&P's up or whatever.
She's treating it like this the child thing is a normal thing because they obviously know about it already.
Yeah, well, they're trying to make it normal. They're definitely trying to do that.
Just call up your pizza place and get you a child is what you're saying. Like it's a normal thing. You're like, I want a blonde tonight. All right, okay.
Here's Pam Bondi when you ask her about Jeffrey Epstein.
Fix you some of this new Mococo drink. All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mountain Nicaragua. No artificial sweeteners.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Fix you some of this new Mococo drink. All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mountain Nicaragua.
That's out of
Trump is what it is. Yeah.
It's from the Truman Show. Somebody did that. Oh, here's another. Man, there's a lot of shit coming out now. Oh my God, all kinds of AI shit. This is crazy. Well, that's an interesting look.
I believe his name has appeared countless times in the documents
how
that
many
have
people were
been released.
assigned?
If I could finish, I'm going to read you the stats.
The Crypt Keeper.
Make her out to look like the Crypt Keeper. So in here, Canada Hates Trump says, "Congratulations, Pam Bondi. You've become the most hated woman on the planet. Take a victory lap, you pedophile protecting cunt." It's another little mash together. Yeah, I was amazed. I was like, come on, you'd figure you would act a little better than this.
This isn't a circus. This is a hearing. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question. I'm not going to get in the gutter for her theatrics. You don't tell me.
Yeah, I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
Lawyer. Listener's name was added back.
Within 40 minutes of me catching you red-handed.
Red-handed. There was one redaction out
Where
of
he's
over
listed as a co-conspirator.
4,700. I'm not going to commit to anything to you because you won't let me answer questions.
I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous. This guy has Trump derangement syndrome.
I think we get it. You don't want to answer the question.
No, you don't get anything regarding public safety.
Thank you.
Nothing.
Thank you for the insult.
This isn't a circus. This is a hearing.
I want to beg to differ. It is quite a circus.
It was, and she was like the main clown. That's what got me. Oh, this guy. Yeah, what was this guy?
Indictment. How many have actually been put in jail?
None. One's supposedly dead. The main character in this scenario. Yeah.
I like this guy, James Lee. I think that's who that is.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I think that's who this is.
The agent Ian Carroll.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I know that sounds everybody goes, oh, it's racist, but like I have a rough time like with Asian people and shit like that, it takes me a while to differentiate them, because I don't encounter them that often.
Attorney General Pam Bondi was just asked in Congress why she's not prosecuting pedos, and here is what she had to say.
The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about...
Wait, how does that have anything to do with the Department of Justice, of which you are the head? How would any of those things be germane to anything about your fucking job other than being under Donald Trump's desk? Come on now.
Making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does the Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan.
Committee will be in order.
Mr. Jordan, am I going to get an extra 45 seconds added to my time?
The committee will be in order. The time belongs to the gentleman from Texas. Ms. Bondi, the Attorney General can respond.
Thank you. The Dow has shattered 50,000 for the first time. This is crazy. They said it couldn't be done in 4 years, yet President Trump has done it in 1 year.
Children are being raped, but stocks are doing great. That, unfortunately, my friends, is America in a nutshell.
Yep. Glad that people are seeing it in the same light as I am.
Well, I mean,
So,
the drama that, yeah, go ahead.
I was just wondering if, like, does anybody think she was actually playing a role that's what she went there to do, was do that exact thing? That was just like, that was her script. You're going to go in there and this is how you're going to act. This is what you're going to do. And she just followed the script.
I wouldn't be half surprised if she didn't have a wire in her ear.
Right, you can tell she was coached.
Yeah.
By the way, just her, like you said earlier, how dare you? How dare you accuse me? And then she says that everybody else is deflecting, and it's like you're doing the exact same. It's everybody knows it's a show.
Well, and the thing that got me about it is like, wait a second. Nothing that you mentioned there had anything to do with you or the Department of Justice.
Right.
Okay. Really didn't have anything to do with Donald Trump.
No.
Because this spike, it's always a record high, no matter who the president is. Always. Doesn't matter. And it's not of their doing. It's just a symptom of the market.
It got as bad though when that guy goes, I want to reclaim my time, and she just pipes up and goes, you don't get to reclaim your time. It's just like, where does something like that come from? I mean, it's just like that. That's what gets
somebody
said.
that's never told no. She's somebody who always gets her way. She's used to bossing people around and shit and bullying them. That's how she does it. You don't tell me. Fuck you. I do tell you.
She's exhibiting the small hat virus. All they think about is money.
Yeah, you got that right, bro. You got that.
And
right.
if they ain't one, they're married to one.
There's an old saying: you talk like you've never been punched in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, I don't think she's ever suffered any consequences for her misdoing.
The irony is that if they took down all these people, it would crash the economy, and the markets.
It's already crashing. It's already crashing. Pull the fucking Band-Aid off, man.
Yeah.
Pull the Band-Aid off.
The Fed
sooner we get it, the sooner we can get on. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. Quit fucking trying to prop it up. You're not helping.
Now, if you watch the way this whole thing is choreographed, he will always find himself behind the guy who isn't moving. Now, watch the fella in the other line, and they move now. So he starts to wonder that maybe he ought to switch over because this guy with the blue shirt is still there. Then look at that other line moving. Oh, and there goes 10 minutes of his beautiful lunch hour, all shot. and he still hasn't even gotten near the window. What in heaven's name could that one guy be doing that long? I mean, there isn't that much money in the bank to withdraw. Now he's going to almost. All right, now his line is still stuck. The other line is making some progress. New people.
I love the guy in the leather jacket.
Yeah, now he's going to get more. He's done it, and now what's going to happen? Now let's see how the guy in the blue works. He is now going to get some action, but you know we're not going to let that man in the blue go until there's someone behind him. Otherwise, our fellow would jump in. So we'll release the man with the blue shirt as soon as we can. And once again, man, this takes a long time. I can feel for this guy. It's now look at what happened. If he had stayed there. Well, look, there's only one person behind him now. How about a quick move over to the right-hand lane? You know, everybody is piling up on his side now.
Now, let's see. Should I go over there?
Let's see now. You know, he's going to make the move. And look at this space now. Can you imagine? He's now he can hit. Look, what's this? A clear space.
I can fucking relate.
When will this end? When will I get my money? This guy in a black jacket. Now he's the big. But I think he's almost finished. We better listen now. He's almost finished.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm close right now.
Hey, Roger.
Fucking relate to that.
Is that what happened to you in the traffic?
Oh, no. Somebody just stopped short.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's rush hour traffic. They were all moving and the light changed, but they didn't move, and I didn't see them stop, you might say. But nobody got hurt. It just happened. Yeah.
Oh, look at here. Donald Trump got another award.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, I love it. I love it when they do that shit.
It depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does depend. No, depend. See, they took the S away.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking S
It's
away.
Mandela. Yeah, I know.
Damn it.
It depend.
It's all about continuity. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because that was a joke, man. It was like, you know what an old lady's kitty tastes like? Depends.
Depends. Yeah.
That's nasty.
I know.
Well, that wasn't as bad as my upstairs thing. Yeah.
What?
I mean, just out of curiosity, though, does that happen to people in traffic like that guy at the bank? Like do I change lanes because that lane's going quicker, and you have to like talk to yourself and go, no, man, I'm just going to stay right here.
I'm not following what you're saying.
Like in traffic, like if you're going down the road, that you have to tell yourself, I'm not going to switch over there because it looks like that lane's going faster. So you switch over there.
All right.
Like that line thing. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes you get going, come on, man, this is fucking intentional, man. Come on. There ain't no way I could be having this battle up. Yeah, I used to love that show, Candid Camera. That one where she pulls in, it was Fannie Farmer, and she pulls in to the service station, and the guy says, so what seems to be the problem? And she says it's the engine's missing. And he goes, oh, okay, well, let me take a look at it. He lifts up the hood and the fucking engine's gone. There's no engine in the car.
Well, damn, I'm thinking like a mechanic. Well, it's missing like timing.
And he's like, how the fuck did you drive in here?
That's a good one.
You've been punked. Oh, speaking of which.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just saying all those people. What's his name? The guy from Punked, Austin Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher, whatever.
He's apparently pretty knee deep in this fucking bullshit too, man.
More than that. Yeah. Well, I mean, look at all of them from the '70s show. They all willingly knew that they partook in underage because that what's her name? Kunis. Mila Kunis. She was underage when she did the show, so they're kissing on the show. For the show, you know.
That kicks right into Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, and then who's the one that went to jail? Danny Masterson.
Danny Masterson.
Yeah.
And wasn't Corey Feldman involved with that stuff too?
Corey Feldman, man, fuck that guy. You know, I mean, yeah, I'm sure that he was probably shit done to him, but I think he's one too, man. I do. I think, and he's out there playing this victim card shit, trying to get money.
Yeah.
He said he'd release everybody, release names if he got $1 million or some shit like that. What do you need a fucking $1 million for, dude? Come on.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. Why would
Don't
Chewbacca
make no sense.
live on Endor with a bunch of Ewoks? It don't make no sense.
This is how you smoke a heifer.
And to be clear, I'm not going to ask any questions of this witness because this witness has revealed that she has no intentions of answering questions. But instead, I'm going to ask some very basic questions really quickly of my colleague, Becca Ballin, if she will answer right or wrong, raping children. Wrong. Right or wrong, killing random citizens. Definitely wrong. Right or wrong, enriching yourself as the sitting president of the United States. Definitely wrong. Okay, thank you, because I probably never would have got that with our witness. Our witness who somehow is a lawyer but does not understand how it works with witnesses. I'm not really sure what law school she went to and what all kind of cases she tried. But typically when you come into a space and somebody's a witness, then they sit there and they answer questions instead of asking questions. And then we also have this objection that we use as lawyers called non-responsive when a witness fails to actually answer the question. But nevertheless, let me address the survivors, because that's exactly who they are. They are not victims, they are survivors. Let me say thank you for having more courage and moral clarity in your pinky fingers than the entire Department of Justice. We are currently the laughing stock of the world, partially because of the failed leadership within the DOJ, as we see kings and queens falling everywhere around the world. But we don't know the basics of right and wrong in this country because it's not about partisanship. And that's why I applaud Thomas Massey, because he's the only person on the Republican side that has a backbone and knows how to stand up to corruption. But nevertheless, let me keep going. You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting journalists than you are prosecuting pedophiles and creeps. In fact, your boss, the president of the United States, stated that this administration, quote, took the freedom of speech away. And at your direction, DOJ has arrested Don Lemon and Georgia Fort. And I might add that y'all actually had a judge that rejected y'all for trying to arrest Don Lemon before, just like the grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Kelly, just like a grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Slotkin, just like the case against Tish James was dismissed and the case against Mr. Comey was dismissed. I completely don't get how it is that you're sitting at the top of DOJ because you don't seem to be good at your job.
I almost understood that.
Rules for thee and not for me. Is that what it is?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, this was pretty rough, man.
The only thing about it is that this has been going on a long time, past Bondi and all. Like, what were you guys doing? You know, they could have been doing these hearings a long time ago. It ain't just Bondi. And I mean, I agree that she's a moron and all that. And this administration sucks too, but it ain't just this administration. It ain't this DOJ. You know, there's been plenty of them. So that's another reason, this is all a show.
Well, I mean, how did she get that job? I mean, she got appointed, right? So when that lady's going, apparently you don't know how to do your job, it's like, or does she? Is that what she got appointed for, is to be that person, to do that job
Absolutely.
that way?
I believe that 100%, man. I believe that 100% that's why.
You notice how they're like even with ICE, right? Who's the girl who was in charge of that? What was her name?
Christy, no?
Yeah, look at her. You get like a Barbie doll feel from all of these so-called honeypots they're throwing out there. Like, what qualifies her as a prosecuting attorney?
Pam Bondi?
Yeah.
She was Attorney General of Florida.
Okay. And did she get a lot of conviction rates? Was she good at her job? Yeah.
Well, it depends on what you consider good. If a high conviction rate of actual criminals, yeah. But if you're one of those motherfuckers that sits on evidence and railroads people, no. And I suspect that she's the latter.
I got you.
Yeah.
She climbed the ladder properly, you might say.
She wants convictions. She's not out for justice. She's just out for convictions.
Gotcha.
You see.
It's not a case-by-case thing. It's an amount.
Yeah. Well, we can't get him for this. What can we get him for? How can we tie him to this crime? That kind of shit. It's like, dude, come on. Come on. I think they're all shit, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Any attorney. Who needs them?
Somebody needs to burn the bench.
Yeah.
Oh, honey child, I have been waiting all day to get this off my chest. So y'all might want to strap in because everybody's getting a little bit of petty today. Let's talk about the clown show that we all watched today when old Pamela Ding Dong was sitting up there looking like a fool that she is, talking about the Dow and the stock market, and it's a freaking goddamn point. Nobody gives the biggest, furriest rat's hind end about some flipping stock markets that y'all get rich off of. Nay, there, Buttercup. What we care about, at least what I care about, and I'm assuming there's a lot of Americans that will agree with me on this, that there is a bunch of satanic, demonic billionaires that are out here literally preying on children. And you want us to just blow it off like it's some random scandal. Nah, dog. This is the hill that we are dying on. Oh, and another thing there, Pamela, you could have at least turned your happy hind end and looked at those victims in their faces. You could have at least acknowledged them. Girl, I can't be around you. I'd be taking my earrings out so fast. Ooh. Oh, and you Democrats, nah, dog, you getting some smoke too. Because let me tell y'all this. This ain't just left or right, honey. This is everybody in the club is guilty. Because this crap goes back several decades. Okay? Don't sit here and act brand new. Okay, like you care about the victims. Nah, baby. Because just like we had Trump's first term and now his second term and ain't nothing happening with this, y'all had Obama and Biden. So shut your mouth. Y'all had nothing but air and opportunity like we have now, we had before, to help those victims. And what did you do? Not a daggum thing. So that circus we watched today was exactly that. All y'all looking like a bunch of animals in there just beating on your freaking chest, yelling and screaming at each other. And guess what? Nothing was done. And guess what? Nothing's going to be done because all y'all are involved.
Right on, lady.
Thanks for the reminder.
Yep.
She looked like Miley Cyrus a little bit, though.
A little bit.
Just, yeah.
A little bit.
Have you?
Guys,
Did you?
Oh, go ahead.
Did you see Pam Bondi's ring or whatever? She looked like she was won the Super Bowl. You see that sucker on there, man? It's freaking huge.
It's like a ring pop. Yeah.
It's obvious at this point she's there as a cover-up machine for this guy. You know, because he does so much fucking shit. He needs to have control of the attorney general to not get in trouble. That's pretty bad.
Right.
Gets rid of the crypto department, the crypto investigation department of the Department of Justice.
What?
While Trump's raking in billions of dollars off the fucking crypto market. What?
So he's doing a rug pull.
I think it's like Cubby. I think it's like what Cubby was saying too. It's like she wasn't really talking about us people, like the people. She was talking about like the people in Congress when she's like, the Dow's up. It's like she's telling them, hey, look how you guys are cashing in with your like stuff that you're doing. You should be being quiet because, you know, you don't want to mess it up for you also. And
right.
Well, that's the thing. She could be investigating that. You know,
she's not going to.
Well, I know. I'm just saying that it's just they're just putting it out there that they, you know, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah. The thing is, if she turned around and did 180 and started prosecuting all of these politicians for the crimes they committed and investigating the allegations, that would change my mind about it real quick. But, you know, do you think that's going to happen?
I ain't going to change my mind.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna happen though.
None of them are any good. The only way we're going to, I've already said, there's only one way out of this.
Through a wood chipper.
Yep. Head first or feet first? Which one do you want?
They ain't gonna put themselves in it.
Nope. Fargo all over again?
Allegedly.
The what?
Fargo. You ever watched the movie?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. That was a fucked up movie.
It is.
Solve. Taste the biscuit.
Oh yeah, we got to
no.
taste the biscuit.
Yeah.
Let's do it one time. Let's have it.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
That's a jam right there.
I'm gonna try it. Honey sauce on chicken wings. See if I don't like it.
I do like it. I do like it. If I have like fried chicken, I like to have honey.
sauce?
Just regular honey, you know. I don't need no special
On
sauce.
fried chicken, huh?
Yeah. It's delicious.
Never done it.
Yeah, my great uncle used to raise bees. He's a beekeeper, so he eat it raw. Raw.
This is just random. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. It is true.
My great uncle used to raise bees.
Yes. Well, you brought up honey. I mean, that's the first thing that came to mind. He actually supplied Sioux Bee Honey Company with a lot of their honey.
The who?
He lived in South Dakota. Sioux Bee Honey Company. Yeah.
Oh.
Says here that even Tim Pool has turned against Trump.
What? I doubt it.
No way. Say it so. I know why, because he's on the list.
I ain't cutting Trump any slack. Now that we know that they've covered up the conspirator documents, there's a document saying that they were investigating co-conspirators Epstein. There's photos and videos of minors and children. Dan Bongino was like, look, a lot of these things were hearsay and, fake tips that were uncorroborated. All of that is true, but there's still no excuse for them not exposing these deep, dark, corrupt pedos. Like, I can understand Bill Gates didn't do anything criminal. If it is true that he got an STD from Russian hookers and gave it to his wife on accident, that's not illegal. He got divorced. I can understand why it's embarrassing. And I can respect someone saying, please don't release that email. It's not material to anybody. It's just internal drama that's gross and embarrassing.
Yeah.
But there's other stuff in there, like that's already being brought up, that I would say is shocking to the conscience that Trump called it a hoax. I ain't cutting Trump any slack. Now that we know that they've covered up the conspirator documents.
Yeah. But doesn't that bring into question of morality, though? I mean, a married man in politics has to go out and get Russian hookers,
He's a little nerd that had a software company. Let's get real of who Bill Gates is.
Yeah.
He's a nerd with a lot of money. That's all.
He's got his fingers in everything, though. And first of all, he's more of a lawyer than he is a nerd. The Gates family are known for their law acumen.
What?
Hey, he may have been a delicious nerd.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, this is weird. This is weird.
My name is Anya, or Anna Rick, formerly Anna Petrova, formerly Owen Theodore Epstein, born Anya Beth Epstein on June 4th, 1988 in Boulder, Colorado, with my twin brother, Shia LaBeouf, to our father, Stephen Bruce Epstein, and our mother, Shayna Sadie LaBeouf, who separated.
Now, wait a second. That's Shia LaBeouf's twin sister?
Yeah, it looks kind of like you. Yeah.
Separated us, forging our birth certificates as part of a ritualized, highly organized, generationally planned child trafficking cult that initiates 3-year-olds and deifies incest and inbreeding. I have not been in danger, just been incredibly anxious. However, the world deserves for the truth to belong to the public. This is for accountability. If for any reason I fail to appear on my interviews this weekend, you are more than welcome and encouraged to upload everything from your accounts. Thank you.
That's like a goodbye speech to me.
Really? Why would you speak up before you're about to have some interviews? I wanted to do those first.
Well, one last thing before we get off here tonight. we've got here's what if Pam Bondi was a waitress.
Greetings.
Hi, what are your specials?
Well, it's funny. Since my time as waitress, I have completed more orders than.
Sorry, what are the specials?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question when I'm good and ready. Your theatrics are ridiculous. Okay, the market price fish might be up, but the Dow is down. Oh, you can't read the menu because of redactions? How about you apologize for coming in here with a party of 11?
Ma'am, could I get a refill on water?
Did you drink the water I already gave you?
Yeah, but I want.
So you admit that I already gave you water?
Yeah, but
I
I
yield
want,
my time.
ma'am.
Oh, so you want to complain that I gave you pickles when you said you didn't want pickles, but how about you apologize for a complicated order? I have yet to hear an apology from you, or you for that matter. What are the gluten-free options? How about you grow a pair? A turkey burger? This guy's got beef derangement syndrome over here. Give me a break.
Check, please.
You do not tell me what to do. I will get you the check when I want to get you the check.
And could I please get that with Italian dressing?
Italian dressing in America? Just say you love illegal invaders.
But that's quick work.
What the fuck ever, right? Oh man, this is just getting crazier and crazier by the day. I love it. I know that means that I'm getting closer and closer to coming out of my coma that I'm in, obviously in having fever dreams of a really weird fucking world. And I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be in this hospital bed and find out that I just fell off a ladder and I've been out for a week and had this incredible fucking experience dream. Shit, man.
Can I give you a word of advice, Bob? Don't go toward the light.
No, man. I'm never going to the light. Not going to the light. It's not happening. I already know that trick. Did that last time. That's how I ended up back here. Fuck this. Yeah. That's why babies cry. They keep thinking they're going to heaven. And then coming out through that tunnel and they see that light and they come out and it's a fucking delivery room. No.
Cold anesthetic and a slap on the ass. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Welcome to the world, bitch. We own you. Oh, fuck that shit.
Get ready for your vaccines.
All right, guys. Anybody got last shit they gotta say before I get off here?
Yeah,
Nope.
I want to campaign for Pam Bundy for president.
All right, there you go. I don't give a fuck if they put JoJo the chimp in there. It doesn't affect my fucking life at all. I can't.
Would you say Al Bundy?
Al Bundy would work.
Yeah.
Al Bundy would work. I think it's funny though. I mean, to see this fucking deceit being exposed, and I've known about this for a long time. And what I'm kind of getting some Schadenfreude from is, all the motherfuckers out there that said, "Oh, you're crazy. Those people don't do that. Look at the positions there, and blah 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 blah. You're just a tinfoil conspiracy." Yeah. What about now? What do you think now? What do you think now? The shit's out there, babe. Come on. And I'm like, yeah, you're freaking out. You're freaking out. I tried to tell you what was going on, ease you into it. No, you went ahead and waited until they dumped it all in your lap. Now you don't know what to fucking do. Take a deep breath. That's what.
You're wading up to your ankles in it, if not up to your ass. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, it's everywhere. I just did this search. I'm going to have to get into that tomorrow of Kimball Musk in the emails. That adds a whole new little twist of shit to this thing. That I think most
going straight gay, aren't you?
Well, I think these guys, it's another characteristic that there's a lot of these bisexuals, polysexuals, whatever you want to call them. Polysexuals, they'll do anything. They don't care. They'll put their dick in anything. Here's a squash. All right. Just depraved.
Those are trisexuals.
They try anything.
Try everything once.
Try sex with anything. Nothing beats a good stunt trained mule.
I'm here for the donkey show.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. We're headed there again. Damn it. That's all right. We were trying to keep it above board, but wow. Nobody's perfect. All right, guys. Thanks for coming up tonight. Everybody that showed up in the chat, good amount of people on both channels tonight. Be sure you're subscribed to the Rumble channel as well as the backup channel, the main channel. Hit those bell notifications. And as we always like to say, never forget, the Lord loves a working man. Don't never, ever, ever trust Whitey. See your doctor and get rid of him because he'll probably kill you. And if you heard the shot, probably wasn't meant for you, but you should probably duck anyways. We'll see you next time on Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind. Good night, everyone.